The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by this podcast, as well as its hosts, are for entertainment purposes only. I repeat, it is not serious. It is not real. No one is exposing, revealing, indicting, or telling you anything about themselves. Also, we do not encourage you to try this at home. We are trained professionals who do not have your best interests at heart, or our own. Enjoy the show.
Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? The JBB back to business. I guess right now we should start the show.
I've been waiting for this.
I can't say they're gonna say I'm trying to fuck you. Let's just keep it short.
I feel like the pod should have started before you said that.
Right.
I'll
run it back. I'll run it back.
Okay, good.
We started.
All right, well,
I don't want to produce your show, but
We started. Please.
What the hell
No, produce
cold
away.
open is what I just found out.
Well, what'd you find out?
I don't want to.
Already? You found something else? Shit!
Pablo Torre finds out.
God damn it!
I asked Pablo what his sign was, and he said a Libra. And I
Libra
informed
gang.
him that all my best lovers were Libra men. And then I also informed him that y'all always accuse me of trying to fuck.
Can you not
guests.
throw pussy at the guest like the first minute?
He just sat down.
Jesus, Mary and
You
Joseph.
can't be friendly, bro.
I thank you
You're welcome.
to whatever extent that I can actually say thank you. Thank you.
Careful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, 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 very special guest. Please, if there was ever a time to be on your best behavior.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I've said that to y'all before. Y'all blow me off.
Yeah, nah.
Y'all don't really
Pause.
care when I say it. But today, pause-ish. Grow up.
That was me, but
Well, he made a face.
Yeah.
I don't like when he makes a face.
You just on
He been
Ish
on
still.
fire today.
He's on
Next
Ish
week,
ass.
I am on Ish's ass.
He's
pause.
still mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Pablo Torre is in the building. Oh my God, Pablo! Thank you.
This is the strangest afternoon already of my life, I think.
of your life?
Well, let's just be me for a second.
I'll try.
So you pull up, you're past the beautiful Hudson River on the New Jersey side, and the first smell that I encounter is just a delicious. What is that? What did I just eat?
If we call it spaghetti bolognese, they'll shoot us.
Yeah.
What is it, Edith?
Pappardelle bolognese.
It's pumpernickel. It's pumpernickel
Bended
bolognese
knees.
on bended
bended
knee.
knee.
But yeah, on Fridays, Chef Edith and Chef Keno are kind enough to come over here and grub something up. They know how hard potting is.
Yeah.
That's what my big takeaway is so far, is that you guys have figured out how to do this in a way that I clearly have not. And I salute the fact that you just dosed me with pappardelle before trying to get me to say things that I'll probably regret. So
That's how you do it.
Is that what it is?
Need a drink too?
little truth juice.
Right.
Now, Pablo is here because I said some things.
You did.
Yeah.
You called them all types of snitches or some shit.
Can we just relive what
hit you with
was
that
said
boop-bop?
about me?
Yes.
Can we just recap that show?
Oh man, I'm so fucking. This guy's making me nervous. We don't recap over here. What was said was, I said, how do we feel about Pablo and his investigative journalism as far as Kawhi goes, and whether right or wrong? Well, I said, I'll just speak for me. I said, I don't know if this is corny or not.
I like it.
That's what I said. Right?
Thank you, Parks.
I like
That's
it.
what I said.
Yeah.
The
I like journalism.
The entire room was against me on it.
No.
Huh?
I think Ish was on
You-
your side.
Were you with me? Because I wasn't coming from is Pablo right or wrong? I wasn't coming from that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of investigative journalism. I am.
Except.
But I think it can still come off a way. And the Kawhi shit, even though the planter story, it was a huge story.
Yeah.
But I guess my question was, why? I couldn't wrap my head around the why. And then they called me stupid because he's a journalist. But
Yeah.
Can you explain to me just why?
Yes. And by the way, like, the reason I love and I will show up and talk to people who have questions in good faith about like what I do is because I don't expect it to be obvious to everybody. The why, especially if you just know me from a sports
ESPN.
bar on mute between the hours of 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern
Yeah.
for 13 years. Totally fair. Why is this guy getting messy And why is he?
Were you messy prior to?
So
Like, what's your history?
yeah, so I used to do investigative journalism when I was an actual writer
Got it.
at Sports Illustrated, ESPN the magazine. So I've been doing this, but television, it paid so much better.
Facts.
Joe, it
There's
paid
that.
so much better.
There's that.
And so when I started my own show, the question was like, should I try and compete with every former athlete? Frankly, compete with like you guys,
Yeah.
hanging out with Pop Hardell, or should I figure out like what actually distinguishes my skill set and like what I'm interested in? And so the big picture, why I do want to address that, just because for me, I think there today in 2025, there is the biggest gap between what rich and powerful people want you to know and what's actually happening in reality. That gap has never been bigger, and especially in sports. And so the question of like, why am I investigating Kawhi? The answer is I'm not actually investigating Kawhi. I'm investigating the richest owner in sports,
Right.
Steve Ballmer, who has $150 billion, is one of the 10 richest people on the planet. And Kawhi was this thing, this really fascinating thing. And stop me if I'm like just gasbagging too
No,
much.
go ahead.
No, please.
But genuinely, like, it's so interesting that sports is the only thing that's growing in media. If you think about it, like in terms of like big macro pictures of like what's up and to the right, what's a green arrow? It's sports. And you know that because the owners of sports teams are richer and richer every year.
Yeah.
The Lakers we were just talking about. The Lakers were just sold at a price of $10 billion fucking dollars, right? Steve Ballmer, who buys the Clippers in 2014, he pays a record price of 2 point something. So just in that span, you get the richest people from tech especially, and now the Middle East, and now private equity, all these places with lots and lots of money. They're paying more and more, and the question is, okay, what do they want to do once they get the team? And sports is this fascinating place where you can't just buy the thing you want, right? So you could be the richest man in the world, you still got to win a title on the floor. And what's the best way to win a title on the floor in basketball, a 5-on-5 game? You have one of the best players. But there are these rules in the NBA around spending. And every NBA nerd, which I am, knows it's called the salary cap, but it means you just can't spend all the money you have. There are fair play regulations around spending, which, by the way, every billionaire will tell you if you dose them with truth serum, they fucking hate. Because it's socialist, because it's this thing that prevents them from actually spending the thing that they feel like they earned to get the thing they want the most. Like, why is Mark Zuckerberg taking MMA lessons? Why is Steve Ballmer buying a basketball team? It's because all these guys, they, especially in tech, they want to feel like not only are they one of the cool kids, and what's cooler than owning a basketball team, sitting courtside as the owner of a team, it's bossing around the jocks that you went to high school with.
They picked on you.
That stuff you in a fucking locker.
Yeah.
But so anyway, this is a long run up to saying Steve Ballmer could not spend all the money he wanted to on Kawhi Leonard. So what did he do?
Skirted the rules.
What I allege in my reporting, which I must say because I have not yet been sued or threatened with litigation by one of the 10 richest people in the world, I want to keep it that way, is that he allegedly came up with this scheme in cooperation with a totally fraudulent company to pay Kawhi Leonard a total of what was promised to be $48 million to do absolutely nothing.
I feel like before you continue, I should let you know that I'm also in support of a good scam.
This explains some things.
I feel like a good scam you got to be creative enough to come up with. And when you broke down the Kawhi plant shit,
I just wanted to clap for them.
I thought it was so brilliant.
Why you gotta
I thought it
tell
was such
them?
a
Like, they got.
I thought it was such a brilliant scam.
See, where I would be with you,
and they would have gotten away with it too.
where I would be with you is if the scammers were not the richest person in the world.
Yes.
If it's someone down coming up with some scamming, round of applause.
But if I'm the richest person in the world,
everybody in the room is rich.
But if I'm the richest person in the world and I can only spend but so much, I'm not the richest person. I'm limited.
Yeah.
I would even.
So I gotta find a way to.
But I feel like if all the NBA owners are rich,
I like it.
like you say, and they are,
They are.
then
They're all
we've-
billionaires
then
now,
we've
by definition.
entered billionaire ballroom dancing. So, yeah, if one billionaire comes up with a creative scam that the other one didn't come up with, do we
Or
have,
it might not be a new scam.
But
One might
one,
have just got caught
but
doing
one, do we have to blow
That's a
it
fact.
up? Do we have to blow it up? Right. Two, is it something that plenty of the billionaire owners are doing? And 3, which I think was my main point, if I were going to blow it up, I don't know if it would have been first on my list of NBA scams to uncover with what sports gambling and refs and bets and college. I just felt like you're great, clearly, because who the fuck was going to uncover that one?
Nobody.
But then be great and
show it all.
God damn it, Joe, I'm trying.
Great.
I'm trying. No, I appreciate that, but like for real, like we do 3 episodes a week. We've done investigations into the gambling stuff, and I live in the feed of my show in which I'm constantly trying to use journalism to solve mysteries and like start real shit that could also be fun. Like that's the key thing to me is like, can I do investigative journalism at a time when it feels on its face? If I tell you I do investigative journalism, you're like already kind of bored. You're like serving me a plate not of pappardelle but of vegetables, right? Like here's some broccoli. Like, and by the way, relatedly, Sports Illustrated is not the same. That's where I started off my career, writing and doing investigative journalism. ESPN the magazine, where I went next, got shut down. Real Sports and HBO, which was like the greatest news magazine on television, no longer exists.
Yeah.
And so for me, the challenge has been, how can I make it so that this shit is fun and also like nourishing? And so the question of like, why did I do it this way? It's actually because I think you have a really strong point about this scam being smart. It was both incredibly clever in ways that I'm happy to explain, and also the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
I think I need to hear the dumb part. Well, explain both to me.
So the cleverness is that Steve Ballmer, according to my reporting, right? So the reason all of this is very on the nose, and I'm going to simplify this because we did 6 parts of this, but I think episode 1 and 2 actually kind of tell the story pretty simply. Kawhi Leonard was guaranteed, according to Aspiration, this tree planting company, which has since collapsed into bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And the co-founder has pled guilty to wire fraud and all that stuff.
Rich nigga shit.
By the way, like big Democrat donors in California who wanted to run for president, like this is a climate change company. We're gonna build a company where you plant trees to zero out your carbon footprint, right? And so it wasn't just the Clippers. Drake hired Aspiration to zero out his carbon footprint of his jet. Leonardo DiCaprio was doing ads. Robert Downey Jr. was doing ads. Kaya Gerber, Cindy Crawford, Orlando Bloom, just like a crazy Hollywood A-list of people who wanted to be the good guys, right? Yeah. And what happens is, quietly, secretly, in ways that no one knew, Kawhi Leonard gets signed to make $48 million per an equity deal and the salary. He gets signed to that $48 million deal, and that is more than 4 times what every A-lister on that marketing budget combined was making.
Was he planting trees?
And that's
Pablo says no. Kawhi says yes.
Maybe he was planting a lot of trees.
Kawhi does not even say yes.
Kawhi says, you don't know that I didn't do anything.
That ain't saying yes.
And Kawhi got equity.
Well, so the thing about like, why was this? How did I figure this story out? Right?
Hell yeah.
So someone pulls my sleeve and they're like, look at Aspiration. They're the Clippers' founding sponsor of the Intuit Dome. So again, Steve Ballmer is also opening the most expensive arena in the history of American sports, the Intuit Dome. He built it in his image. He's measuring the distance between the urinals. He is like all over this. And what happens is their founding sponsor is Aspiration, this aforementioned tree planting carbon credit thing. And again, already if you're hearing carbon credits, you're like, this is boring. But what happens is Steve Ballmer puts in $50 million into Aspiration as an investor, and then they say, simultaneously, we are signing a $300+ million deal to be the founding sponsor of the Clippers and the Intuit Dome. So already there's money just like swirling around, right? Round tripping, as it has been reported. And so the question is, well, what about this Kawhi thing? What happens is Aspiration collapses into bankruptcy. Someone says, previously, you should look into them. The bankruptcy filing comes out. What I love, and this is where I am like just a nerd, I love getting documents. I love getting tax forms. I love getting government filings.
You picked the right job.
By the way, at some point, all this shit is going to be on crypto. And they're going to be 0 papers. So for the time being, I got access to like publicly disclosed documents by law. Soon there's not going to be that shit. That's a spoiler alert. It's going to be impossible to catch soon. But in the meantime, one of the creditors listed, the 3rd highest creditor listed on the Aspiration bankruptcy form, is an LLC called KL2 Aspire LLC.
Yeah, that's like making your password
Come on,
ABC 1 2 3 4. Yeah.
And so I am somebody who is like, what the fuck is KL2 Aspire LLC, and why are they owed $7 million? And I'm like, all right, so
Wait, can I jump in?
yeah.
Pablo, this is the part of the murder mystery where the guy who found out the information has to go home and wrestle with this in his sleep.
Oh yeah.
What do I do? Who do I tell? Do I expose? What are the ramifications of this? Did you go through any of that?
It took me 7 months. 7 months of that, of wrestling, of like, if I am right about this, then one of the 10 richest men in the world has the ability to sue me into a garbage can. Like, I am fucked if I'm not right about this. And so what
Did any part of you consider going to Balmer like, hey, I got this info, we can keep this quiet?
Great question, Mark.
So I think
later, I did mentally do the exercise of like, what would Steve Ballmer have paid me to never publish this?
You blew it.
And I think I probably fucked that up.
He definitely fucked that up.
totally fucked.
Pablo,
Call me next time, please.
God.
You know how much fresh pasta I would have had?
All the pappardelle.
Just unlimited pappardelle.
You're kidding, though. You don't care about the money. You don't.
And so ultimately,
Heated incident.
thank you for seeing the scales of justice in my side.
Libra scales.
The Libra scales. Yeah, I'm like, this story is, I think, going to be a thing. And the reason it became a thing is because I Googled KL2 Aspire, and I was like, all right, no results. Okay, that's obvious. Okay, sure. But then I'm like, KL. Who are some KLs associated with the Clippers? And what would their jersey number be?
Yeah.
And so at some point, it becomes impossible to ignore the fact that when
Is
you
that the
pull
dumb
up,
part?
No, the dumb part is you put Aspire on the name to your LLC.
that is the even dumber
Fucking
part.
idiot.
Is that he has a zillion LLCs, and for maybe sorting reasons, just like
Yep.
organization. If you have 30
That's what it
LLCs, you're like, I gotta manage. And Uncle Dennis Robertson, who's an amazing character, who's also involved in this, is his uncle, who's not an agent but acts as his agent, who's been negotiating directly, according to reporting, with all of the billionaires in the NBA, demanding equity stakes in the team, private planes, all no-show endorsement contracts. By the way, right? That's all. It's also just a previously reported thing. What happens is, the dumbest shit of having Aspire in the LLC makes it very clear that this was an LLC started to get paid by a company called Aspiration to a guy named Kawhi Leonard with the number 2. And so at that point, I pull up the filings and I'm like, okay, yes, Kawhi Leonard's name is on the LLC, check. And then it's like, this would be an endorsement deal, presumably.
Sure.
And so what do you do with an endorsement deal?
Endorse.
Endorse the product.
You say anything in public, anything. And when you Google Kawhi Leonard and endorsements and Aspiration and any combination of anything, you find 0 results. 0 results. And so as a detective in this movie that, Joe, you're producing, that I'm going to mentally star in, I'm like, how can I prove this? Because I don't have access to everything. But in the world of marketing, I think it's actually unique that the absence of evidence can actually be the evidence.
Let me pause you there for 1 second. Because there are people, I believe you.
Thank you, Mark.
There are people who don't. Or at least who say they don't. I'm thinking about Mark Cuban in particular.
My guy.
I'm going to quote something Mark Cuban said. He said, the big headline he said is, the one thing you don't have is anything between Sandberg and the Clippers showing collusion. Point number 1. Point number 2, which is the bigger point, is he's arguing that, yeah, the guy was a scammer. Sandberg was a scammer. He pled guilty. Clippers got scammed too. Lots of people sign people up for shit and it doesn't work out. And tens or 20s of millions of dollars isn't a lot of money to a billionaire. Also, lots of the Sixers. I use the Sixers, my hometown team. You know, they sign players. Sometimes guys get deals with local car dealerships. They get deals with local companies.
Yeah.
It's an incentive to come. It's not outside the boundaries of the rules. Why should we believe that the Clippers weren't scammed just as much as everybody else?
So Mark Cuban came to my studio and we like Frost Nixoned it, like debated each other, like stared into each other's eyes and like argued for hours. We did that twice, actually. Once over Zoom, once in person. And so, again, part of my desire to pressure test my logic. Please, someone anywhere. Because the Clippers, by the way, Steve Ballmer didn't.
Right.
He did not dare to, but Cuban did. And so I want to...
Or he didn't want to dignify it, in fairness.
Which is what I would have thought.
But he did do something very fascinating, which is the day after my episode came out, he fucking flew to Bristol, Connecticut, and sat down for an interview with Ramona Shelburne.
That looked crazy.
Which, by the way, I don't know. I'm proud of a couple of things I've done in my career, but making a guy that rich go to Connecticut to do an interview, I'm just like, that's just objectively funny to me.
Yeah, it is.
But this is actually a great question because it gets back to the thing I was trying to set up, which is this is both the smartest shit and the dumbest shit, right? The dumbest shit because absence of evidence, he didn't do a single thing. No trees, no tweets, no likes, nothing. If he'd done a single thing,
then you get to shut up, right?
I can't.
If he plants something,
I can't claim that this is a no-show endorsement deal.
But we've all had jobs where we've gotten paid and didn't do shit.
Now, I dare say though that when it comes to why you got that job, there would be a follow-up question. Fair. And so this brings us to the smartest shit, right? Yeah. So the smartest shit about this is that Steve Ballmer in 2015, and Mark Cuban, it's funny, forgot about this part when I asked him about this in our sit-down interview. Mm-hmm. I said, Mark, do you remember what happened in 2015 with Steve Ballmer? Because he was actually punished by the NBA for salary cap circumvention. Because, remember that thing with DeAndre Jordan in the chair?
Yes.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan, you know who was trying to sign him?
Dallas.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
He forgot this, apparently. What happened was Steve Ballmer was fined $250,000 because what happened in the pitch meeting for DeAndre Jordan was they made a side deal with a team sponsor, Lexus. That was not okay because per the rules of the NBA, and again, I won't bore you with the CBA regulations, but you can't orchestrate a side deal to entice someone to sign with you. But there are ways to thread the needle of getting away with it. And so I say all of that to say, Steve Ballmer, when it comes to 2019 when he signs Kawhi Leonard, and then 2021 when we get to the extension, which is when aspiration happens, what he is doing that's very smart is anticipating what happens if I get investigated. He got fucked in 2015 by the sloppiness of the plan. Come this deal...
So you learn from your mistakes and...
The number one thing you would do if you've been previously punished and are at all smart and trying to get away with something is not write it down on a piece of paper that says, I'm circumventing the cap, love Steve, right? And so when there is discovery, when there's all this stuff happening, there's just not a smoking gun, as it's called. But let me now present to you some things that are curious. So Kawhi Leonard gets signed to this no-show deal, does nothing. Steve Ballmer simultaneously is investing $50 million in. Kawhi Leonard gets $48 million out, according to the terms of these agreements. Mm-hmm. The company begins to collapse. Mm-hmm. The company is shit. The company is falling apart. They're spending. They are a total mess. They go into default. Their independent auditor resigns. They have lawsuits or probes, coming from the SEC and from FINRA. And those are disclosed to anybody who wants to make more investments because that's by law. March 2023, those disclosures are made, and at the same price as if the company has remained exactly the way it was when Steve Ballmer put in $50 million, Steve Ballmer puts in another 10. And the question is, why would you do that while this company is collapsing? And my theory in my reporting is, as borne out by the sources I've talked to, and by the way, there are 7 sources that have said to me directly, we were told as aspiration employees that this was for salary cap circumvention.
Oh, shit.
So that's actually the answer. But I want to actually just, maybe you don't believe them. And so I want to walk you through the logic, right?
Sure.
That's wild. I'm sorry.
For real. So that is said to me. And the question of why is he keeping on supporting, investing as if this is a real company? It's because, according to my reporting, Joe Sandberg, who is the guy who's pled guilty to wire fraud, who is going to jail, he had something on Steve Ballmer. And that something was this Kawhi Leonard secret deal. So why was it smart? Why was it stupid? It was smart because if this company, and the goal was to go public via SPAC, so which is all to say, which is a whole other thing that's vegetables. But it's just like they were going to go public. And if they ever did, none of this would have been discovered because the company would have been real. The documents would have never been released. There would have been no bankruptcy filings. But because the company collapsed, Steve Ballmer at some point realized, oh my God, my smart plan is also a stupid plan because the guy I trusted to deceive the NBA is also scamming me. And so it is both.
Gotcha.
It is, I have been scammed, and Steve Ballmer says that, and you listen to him and you believe him because I think, according to my reporting, he was. But he was also in a again, the CBA, the salary cap shit, that's not law. That's NBA rules.
Right.
Right? You don't go to jail for violating the salary cap.
Right.
But you can lose your team.
Absolutely. And that's why this pressure point of like, I love the NBA more than anything. I just bought this team. I love it so much. I'm trying to get Kawhi Leonard to beat the Lakers, to win titles. But I did it in a way that I can't ever let the NBA discover. That's why he needed to keep this hidden. That's why he was investing in the company. And as a total side note, and I apologize for monopolizing the microphone.
No, you're good.
That's the job.
But the next thing that the thing that happened, I didn't even like do this right. March 2023, Steve Ballmer puts another $10 million if nothing is wrong with the company. In December of 2022, before that, right? The thing about Aspiration was they struggled to pay Kawhi Leonard, which is crazy to me. But they were so dysfunctional as a company that payments were late. 4 quarterly payments, $1.75 million each. The first one was like 2 days late. The second one, right, which is due in September, doesn't get paid in September, doesn't get paid in October, doesn't get paid in November. But suddenly in December, as this company is like bleeding and hemorrhaging money, what happens is that Aspiration gets an investment from somebody who's never invested in the company before. Somebody who is given the same exact disclosures that I described to you that Steve Ballmer got in March 2023 about how fucked the company is.
Yeah.
And simultaneously, by the way, this company, just as a general concern, is actually a terrible investment. So what happens? An LLC puts in $1.99 million, and the next week, Kawhi Leonard gets paid $1.75. And you might ask, who would this first-time investor be into this crazy company?
Don't say it.
The Los Angeles Clippers have one limited partner, one co-owner. It is Steve Ballmer and then one guy. That guy, his name is Dennis Wong. Dennis Wong is a couple of things. He is Steve Ballmer's classmate at Harvard.
Okay.
He is also the one co-owner of the Clippers. And so we have the bank statements, we have the forms, we have the signed purchase agreement in that C5 round for like the in and out. And so I'm just saying, like, there are lots of ways you can dismiss the human sources that I have. The 7 anonymous employees who, by the way, have also been interviewed by the federal government about all of this, who have like, you know, it's a real story. But the in and out documents, I'm just like, I would like someone to tell me what I'm missing.
Dude, this feels like an episode of Scooby-Doo where they lift the mask off.
For sure.
Yeah. He's just standing there like,
away with it. Like,
yeah, this is...
It does. And I mean, when you put it that way, I mean, you get it a little bit. But I don't know if my question is answered. In Pablo's perfect world, with uncovering all of this, what should happen?
All I can do
That's a good question.
is hope. So right now, I'll tell you what's actually happening, what I would like to see happen. So what's actually happening is that the NBA has hired a law firm, Wachtell Lipton, which is one of like the biggest, most legit, you know, white-collar law firms in America.
Okay.
And they were the ones that investigated Donald Sterling, who had to sell the team, and Robert Sarver, owner of the Suns, who had to sell the team. And so there is this like real effort, like we're going to open an investigation, which is what my reporting did, and so I'm grateful that that has happened. And they're going to pay, or rather, they're going to. It's funny how these investigations get paid, but like, because the owners ultimately have to, they get billed for it. It's funny, the NBA, like, Adam Silver works for the billionaire owners, right?
Right.
But he's also their boss. He's also the guy punishing them. And so that's where it gets to be where what I have to do is make it so that my reporting is so unimpeachable and frankly known to people who don't give a fuck about investigative reporting that you can't just bury this. Because every league, every sport, every rich person, all they want to do is shrink the PR crisis.
Yeah.
Right? Something bad happens, I want it to go away. Of course, that's what the NBA wants to do.
Is your goal?
Mona, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. I was comfortable. Is it a goal of yours to like change what's going on when you shed light to these things?
It's sometimes I think it is. Some days, But mostly, I just think that sports is this current desert of anything resembling accountability for people who have tons of money. And there are stories that by the way, this is the more fun answer that I fully believe is that and you guys, I'm sure, all have shit coming into your group chats and texts where you're like, yo, but you'd never go with that because that's irresponsible or that's a rumor or whatever else.
Of course.
But for me, what I'm realizing is that my job is not to do PR for owners or the league. My job does not require access because I made this weird Scooby-Doo van where I do mystery solving things. My job is actually to tell the best story that most closely resembles the things that people know that they're not saying to like the fans and the audience, the people who pay money to go to these games, who support the products.
I got a question for you. How do you decide what to report on versus not to? Like if you get some information, like you said, check out that company. What makes you say, okay, yeah, I'm going to report on this? Because I'm pretty sure you've gotten things where you're like, all right, I'm going to leave that one alone.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
what's the deciding factor in that?
So I sometimes think about like what is journalism, because everybody interviews people, everybody talks, and it's not all journalism. So what does it mean? I think journalism means for your actual boss to be the public interest, meaning there's a real value to knowing this stuff that changes your perception of something that has real stakes. In sports, obviously, like, let's be honest though, like sports is like, sports is the cheese I want to melt on your vegetables. It's the cheese on the broccoli. Like, I'm not naive about that. I was debating sports on ESPN for a dozen years. Like, I love sports.
Right.
I know why it's fun. It's the toy department, right? That's what it's always been called. But for me, there are some ways for seemingly stupid stories to be important. Mm-hmm. And so, for instance, another story that I think answers the question in terms of like, what else do I do? One of the craziest stories I reported was about this secret arbitration ruling that happened between the NFL and the NFLPA, the players union. Mm-hmm. And what is that story, very briefly? Because it's going to sound like vegetables on the front end. It's that for the first time, the players union and the NFL again being this collection of billionaire owners, the most powerful people in sports, they agreed to suppress the results of an arbitration hearing that happened in which the union went and took legal action against the league because they were suppressing, allegedly, guaranteed contracts. Right. What happened? Remember when Deshaun Watson got that fully guaranteed contract? That was crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Still like the worst contract in like NFL history. Yeah. What happened was all these other owners, according to this hearing, colluded, allegedly, to make sure that never happened again. They would never give another quarterback a fully guaranteed contract. So what happened? That same summer, who was up?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray. Guess who got zero fully guaranteed contracts? It's never happened again. And part of the reason why was in this 61-page I love documents. The 61-page document, right? I got the PDF, the hearing, everyone got cell phones searched, they got text messages from owners, we got GMs, agents, players, all interviewed. And what happened was the NFLPA and the NFL agreed to bury this. In this ruling, you discover Lamar Jackson. Remember when Lamar wanted a fully guaranteed contract from the Ravens? Mm-hmm. Didn't get it. You know how much interest he got? None.
Zero. Yeah.
And in the ruling, you see how it happened. And it's just like, okay, so what happened? Why did they suppress it? It's because it turns out there was a regime at the NFLPA that wanted to do things differently.
Here's the thing, though.
I hate when it happens.
No, by the way, that just briefly, the executive director of the union at the time, Lloyd Howell, and the chief strategy officer, this guy, J.C. Treader, as a result of this news cycle that started, they had to both resign.
Yeah. See, in the example you gave right there, I say, okay, there's a clear person who's harmed. Because all these quarterbacks that want long-term deals and maybe deserve them.
Players in general.
Get harmed.
Union members were not told the truth.
Right. Now I'm thinking about what Joe tweeted you. In the NBA situation, players are getting more money. Players are getting more stuff by virtue of these circumventions, right? Point one. Point two, because you could say, well, if you're not playing by the rules, then other people are losing because you're not playing by the rules. I spoke to a former GM. He hasn't been a GM in a while. I don't want to say how long, but more than 5 years in preparation for this conversation. And what he said to me was, Pablo's not wrong, but
I like it so far.
you're going to stop liking it in 1 second.
Yeah.
Everybody does it.
That's what.
And if they're all, now I'm adding my part. He just said everybody does it. You're making it look like it's one team that's playing outside the rules. My concern was, well, if the rich people are playing outside the rules or the big market teams are playing outside the rules because they have more resources, it's unfair to the small market teams. But you always raise the point, they're all billionaires. And they all got resources, which is what you were saying a couple weeks ago. So if everybody's calling outside the lines, it's like steroids. If everybody's taking them, fuck it. Right? Like, what do you say to people that say they're all calling outside the lines? All this does is enhance players' access to money, and they're the ones being exploited, not the owners. Who cares?
It's a really good question. And my answer to that is everybody does it to some degree. But this scheme, in terms of the money involved, like what
just real quick, I want to sit with that for that.
Yeah.
Everybody does. You concede that everybody does it to some degree?
There are all the time, like that Steve Ballmer $250,000 fine for DeAndre Jordan getting a side deal with Lexus. And again, you can go through the list of conspiracies in the NBA. There are all sorts of misdemeanors.
Okay.
Misdemeanors. And anybody would be naive to think that, wait a minute, did the Clippers really invent salary cap circumvention? Of course not, absolutely not. But the degree of money involved, like it's funny, like I actually thought when I was first reporting the story that like players might be mad at me because I'm revealing how they're getting paid. And what I've heard from both players and current GMs and some owners is actually frustration and resentment toward the Clippers that surprised me because no one was ballsy enough to do it like this, to the amount of $48 million. Like for instance, Kawhi Leonard was not making as much on his New Balance sneaker contract as he was for doing nothing for aspiration. And so the question becomes, if you're a player, I mean, by the way, think about if you're on the Clippers and you're realizing, wait a minute, my employer, my boss is secretly getting 48 to this guy who doesn't really play. What am I getting?
Right.
How can I get some of that? Why aren't I getting some?
Pablo.
What?
Stop it.
What you got?
Kawhi's Kawhi. Like, what do we care about what the rest of the 14-man roster is saying? Like, the star is the star. Do you not agree that there's some type of preferential treatment for stars? Even if it doesn't cross the lines of what's allowed and what's not. Like, shouldn't Kawhi?
I have a couple other questions.
I want to address that, but I want to.
One, where do we draw the line if we're saying that everybody does it and you're saying this egregious amount of money was the determining factor on whether you would move forward accordingly? Like, what would make you the judge to say, oh, they did 15 million, they cool. They did 50? No, fuck that.
Right.
Right? That's one. And then number two, my real question is, in your ideal scenario, what would be the proper punishment for a Ballmer to lose his team, to go to jail? What? Because now, when you start playing around with money, wire fraud and all these other things come into this, and you're saying that you started this off to almost be like, yo, the rich guys are having too much fun. But now, let's say this guy ends up going to jail. Albeit he might have done it, he might have committed the crimes, but would you be satisfied at night if this guy went to jail and that's as a result of your reporting over him circumventing the salary cap in the NBA?
So I'll take the second question first because it's a far scarier question.
Okay.
In the investigation, we don't allege that Steve Ballmer should go to jail. But as a side note, there is currently a civil suit winding its way through Los Angeles in which 11 aspiration investors are suing a bunch of people, including Steve Ballmer, because what they are saying is if we knew that there was a secret side deal for Kawhi Leonard that was the reason Ballmer was propping up this company that we put money into, we would never have invested money.
Oh, that's interesting.
You were duped.
And so there is an interesting legal question that needs to be battled out.
Could lead to fraud charges, though.
Yeah.
You're a lawyer, I'm not. I want to be very clear about like what I am saying because we're getting into now fascinating questions that I am not reporting out the answer to quite yet. But these are allegations being made, and what did you know and when did you know it is always the question in journalism.
But that kind of didn't answer my question was for you.
Yeah, so what would I want?
Yes.
So I want this to be taken as seriously as possible. And if you're looking at this objectively in terms of what is as egregious as this, in terms of money expended, in terms of the scheme involved, I think this is the biggest scandal of Adam Silver's tenure. Donald Sterling, let's be very clear about this, was an easy call.
Yeah.
He was on tape saying an unsayable thing in the most unsayable league. He did that. Adam Silver basically saved the NBA from Donald Sterling. It's one of the first things he ever did. And it took 3 days.
Yeah.
That is, of course, a scandal in lots of, you could say, bigger, more interesting ways, but not in terms of like the difficulty of like what the scheme was here. That's a different story.
Not to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the easiest call to make.
It wasn't.
Room full of billionaires again. So, again, the rules are skewed for billionaire rules. You have a billionaire in the privacy of his hotel talking to an escort, saying whatever he was saying. Now, I'm with you. I think it's fucked up, and I think consequences should happen. But in a room full of billionaires, it turns
99%
into
white billionaires.
I'm talking in the privacy of my home, being recorded, unbeknownst, without my knowledge. So I thought Adam Silver was in a tough spot with that one.
So Mark Cuban agrees. Mark Cuban actually said we shouldn't set a precedent about this with Donald Sterling, and then he changed his mind later. But I guess what I get to do with the benefit of hindsight is say it took 3 days. And they decided, like, this is a bad look. And so you're right. On the front end, if you're cynical about sports and the racial imbalance in terms of, like, what do these owners look like? What do the players look like? Labor versus management. Totally get it. And I don't disagree in terms of, like, kind of surprising on that level that they would ever punish their own when they didn't have to. I would argue that a viral tape where he said what he said is about as indefensible as it could be.
I'm with you on that.
And so TMZ having that tape all
And I'm
back.
really happy about the way that Adam Silver went about handling that.
And so what's fascinating is that because of that story, in comes Steve Ballmer. That's who replaced Donald Sterling, right?
That is crazy.
It's actually funny. So Adam Silver, in his first year as commissioner, right, he's replacing David Stern. And I often think about, and I'm going to get to your question because it's a good one, but it reminds me that like David Stern, the question I often think about, what do I want to happen with the punishment? It's like, what would David Stern do? Like, you guys know the difference between David Stern and Adam Silver. Like, David Stern's was the late, great mob boss.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you think about Michael Jordan and gambling, whatever you think
took
about.
the words right out of my mouth.
Just like he handles PR problems in a way that Adam Silver, in terms of like.
They disappear. And you never know. A person will hypothetically retire on their own for a year or two, come back without any
Basketball
allegations.
reasons, vetoing the Chris Paul thing, right? Tim Donaghy, the corrupt ref. How did that all go away? Iron fist, right? Iron fist. Adam Silver, who's his deputy, wears a velvet glove, right? He's a kinder, gentler pro player guy. He knows the value of LeBron as his ally. He's a modern commissioner. David Stern was an old school commissioner. I say all of that to say, when it comes to what should happen here, Adam Silver in his first year had 2 big wins. One was Donald Sterling. The other was actually this editorial he wrote in the New York Times advocating for legalized gambling. Just very funny that like these are the 2 stories that are like weighing on him now. The first things he did was advocate for those things. What do I want to happen? I believe that because it's the biggest scandal in his tenure, it should be treated with the seriousness of taking away the team as a possibility. As a possibility.
You're tough, Pablo.
As a possibility.
Even operating from the presumption that everybody does it?
Because no one did it like this.
Oh, come on, Pablo.
And everybody didn't get caught.
And they might have did it like this, and we just don't know.
Yeah, ain't nobody get
Well,
caught.
then they didn't do it like this.
I think that the depth of what I have learned about this is that it's not, and this is the smart part, right? So I should spell this out a little bit more. What Steve Ballmer did was pay Kawhi Leonard, allegedly, through a team sponsor. So he was told you can't do it through a team sponsor like Lexus. And he said, according to my characterization, which is not literally his words, he said, watch me. And he was going to make money on it too, right? So if this goes public, Aspiration's a real company, he profits off of a $50 million investment. He pays Kawhi Leonard on the side, and he's doing it under the nose of the NBA. It's kind of badass, actually.
So I love this, if not for the NBA's rules. Like, this is, in my world, when you go to meet with your business partner and you're trying to get more money and they say, oh, this is all we can do, these are the rules. Well, the board said, you say, I don't give a fuck where you find it
Figure
from.
it out.
If you got a car company over there, then write it down as the car company. All I care about is that I get my money. So, I mean, in the NBA, you're totally right.
Listen,
this makes all the sense in the world.
I'm gonna wash
Where
your
I'm
money.
from,
I'm gonna wash your money. If I come to Joe and say, yo, I want you to pay ICE an additional $50 million for me, but I'm gonna give you the $50 million. So you're not gonna lose $50 million. I'm gonna give you the 50 mil. Just we gonna funnel the money through your company to pay ICE. You're not gonna take a loss because I'm gonna give you the bread, and I'm gonna be able to write it off as an investment gone sour. Whatever the case may be, it's just how the big boys play.
But
you
and
just
I agree.
can't do
I
it
like that example.
here.
By the way, I love that example.
Like just how the big boys play.
Ice getting the
But
50
but, but Pablo, like, I'm trying to understand where the line is.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So if let's say let's say it was a car company, same deal. If Kawhi actually does car commercials, even if Ballmer's paying for the car, has an investment in the car company or in the dealership, is that legal?
So the rules of the NBA are interesting because if you own a certain percentage of the company, you can't even have your player get paid by that company.
Okay.
And so the question is,
Do you know what that percentage is?
I think it's 5%.
Oh, so it's really okay. So,
That's low.
It makes sense.
if you said 50, I'd say
Yeah.
No, it makes sense though. Because again,
Well,
it's
it's
just
to
another
prevent
way
this
for
from
you
So,
to.
so what's like? Why does this
place for that.
story matter beyond my crusade to hold billionaires accountable? Which, like, whatever, mileage varies on whether that is compelling. The reason why and I've been really surprised by this, honestly, because I've done lots of stories, and this one has resonated not just because the NBA is investigating it, which I appreciate, but because fans are into it. And I'm like, whoa, this is a story about carbon credits and salary cap circumvention and a tech CEO. Like, this seems boring on some level. Why has it resonated? It's because it's a competitive advantage. Like in sports, I mean, look,
if everybody's not doing it.
and this is where I think what I'm hearing from across the league is people aren't doing it like this. And the reason why I say like this, it's because in 2019, the NBA actually investigated Kawhi Leonard for salary cap circumvention with the Clippers. They investigated it in 2019 and they found nothing. But what happened was the Lakers and the Raptors, who were the other bidders for Kawhi Leonard, they complained to the NBA and said, Uncle Dennis Robertson, there are two Dennises, the Asian dude who's Ballmer's friend, and there's Dennis
Uncle
Robertson,
Dennis.
the uncle to Kawhi Leonard, who's not an agent but can operate in all these agenty ways, apparently. He went to the owners and said, I want, according to reporting, a no-show endorsement deal and equity in the company. And so when it got investigated and they found nothing, teams were like,
The Clippers must have given it to him and caved for him to have gone to the Clippers. So now it's going to spark the investigation to find where there was a no-show deal and equity in said company.
That's corny.
and 2 years
That's
later,
corny.
and
That's
2 years
corny.
later. But by the way, look, the corniness of it, right? So I personally, from a pure, just like I'm commissioner, if I can rewrite the CBA, if you want to argue there should be no max contracts and no salary cap, I'll hear that argument.
Yeah, make it baseball.
LeBron James, by the way, has been underpaid. He should probably make $100 million a year, but he's capped, and therefore he can't. That could be unfair. I could see that argument.
Do you believe that?
Which part?
That LeBron is making whatever they say he's making?
I mean, LeBron, his off-court, what I don't have any evidence of is that LeBron needs to get paid on the side by the teams that he's playing for, because what he's built as a guy who's been ahead of the curve of like, I want equity in everything. I think he's just insanely rich. Now, that's to say, insanely rich people also want more money.
Yes.
I just don't, I'll put it this way. There are lots of things that you could investigate LeBron for. Lots of things. But cap circumvention has not been one of the things where it's like, I think that's why he wound up there. For whatever that's worth.
When I think about your career now, your choices, I know you said you used the word crusade and you used the word sort of independent. Like, you don't need to be in the NBA orbit anymore. You're not a beat writer. You don't need to be in the locker room, all that stuff. But if my suspicion is correct, and the suspicions of many people, probably everybody in this room, that the NBA kind of already knew. Like, you've created problems for the NBA that the NBA now has to deal with, right? Because if they kind of knew and were kind of like, hey, whatever, no harm, no foul, don't ask, don't tell, then now you've created a scandal, or you put a spotlight on something. That could make you persona non grata in the world of sports, not just the NBA, because no owner's going to want you sniffing around.
Absolutely.
Are you worried about being blackballed?
I've investigated the NFL, as aforementioned, have gotten to the phones effectively of like these billionaires. I've investigated Steve Ballmer. I've investigated, this is my concern. It's not that I'm going to be blackballed, because access to me is not really, I'm going to buy a ticket and go to a game. And by the way, weirdly, the funny thing about investigative journalism is you get more incoming once you prove that you're like about it. Like you're willing to do the thing, and it's I would say I have more friends around the league, NFL and NBA, than I did before, because there are people who are like, we have no other person we can trust to actually do something about this story that we think is fucked up. So there's that. But in terms of like blackballing, the concern I really have is I am making a lot of enemies that have so much money to just do whatever with. And so I am not a paranoid person naturally, but I think anybody would think about incentives, right? Everything we've talked about today is about incentives.
Yeah.
What is the thing you want? Why do you want it? How do you get it? And if you're that thought experiment of Steve Ballmer, if I went to him and said, I could publish this, but if you give me X, I won't. The parallel conversation with any billionaire is, if I could spend X, or in this case, Y dollars to make this guy shut up, would I do it?
Right. Yeah.
And that's scary.
It is.
That's just objectively scary because we're doing stories about governments and billionaires and giant tech companies and leagues. Like, I don't know if that's fully sunk in because I'm kind of going at this pretty directly, honestly.
Well, that's what I'm scared for. You know, in The Wire, when they say if you follow the drugs, you get drug dealers. You follow the money, you don't know where it's going to go. You're chasing the money.
Following the money is, so what is journalism? To me, it means fundamentally following the money. We live in a time where the money is not being followed
At all.
at all. And I remember what Tony Kornheiser always says to me, he quotes Don Ohlmeyer, who used to run NBC Sports back in its heyday. The answer to all your questions is money. And I'm the guy who's trying to get documents because those documents represent something close to where the dollars are going. And you're right. Like, a lot of my friends are worried for me. And I don't want to like be dramatic, right? Like, that's why I didn't come in here being like,
No, I was one. I wanted
you're
to
in
ask
great
you, how's your
spirits.
family?
Yeah.
I'm like pretty good.
Yeah.
But
Your
my
mom, your wife.
they're worried.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's scary. Like, I don't want people to know things
Do
about
you
me.
get death threats and stuff?
Yeah.
Credible, not
Like-
from
like, yeah,
not
yeah,
from
yeah.
user 987.
Right.
There are lots. The internet makes it really hard to tell the difference.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Has anybody done anything outside the internet to send you a message or say, hey, yo, relax, you're doing too much?
Certainly, like weird phone calls. Certainly, like messages online. But whatever. Like honestly, like I'm either the worst or best person to be doing this job because my nerve endings are kind of burnt off. Like, I've been online for a long time. Like, my mentions, I'm just like, whatever. It's just like a dumpster.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah, he
that's
felt
part of the game. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a martyr or a victim. I am here following money, knowing where money leads, generally speaking. So, like, I am choosing to do this. But there's a reason why other people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that market, it's like, so it's funny, like part of the whole thesis of like my show, Pablo Torre Finds Out, it did not start with, yo, let's get some billionaires mad at us. Like, my show also does stuff where we like taste test athlete weed brands. It's like curiosity, like we're having fun, like we want to have a good hang. But the stuff that I've realized over time that resonates the most is the stuff that other people are not doing.
Yeah.
I was told once, actually by an NBA GM, like just as a matter of like his business strategy, it's like you want to run the race that no one else is running. And so I think I've been leaning into that. And now, to Mark's point, like I'm pretty deep into the race and I'm like remembering and realizing why no one else is running it.
Oh, I see.
And I'm like, oh
else.
shit, I should look behind me now.
Yes.
And that's the thing that I'm probably. Look, this interview is either going to age great or it's going to be like in a black and white montage where I'm like, but there's some real shit to that, I think. That is a fair point to raise.
What do you think smells fishy about the Jalen Brunson situation?
I smell it too, by the way.
I'm on, yeah.
This is the only reason why you got hit,
Yeah,
man.
I'm
To
on-
begin
I'm on
with.
his
What do you want to?
I'm on his ass now.
Stay on those Knicks. I will fund you.
I'm
Get a
on his
Patreon. Go fund me, whatever you want to stay on the Knicks' ass.
No, I'm removing my bias. What do you see in that? Like, what are you looking at?
Look, I'm not. So I'm from New York. I'm born and raised in Manhattan, not that far from the Garden, actually. And so, like, the number one thing people on the street tell me if they recognize me is like, lay off Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, that
For
should be
real.
like New York law.
Like, stay away from him. He's our beautiful, large adult son, or moderately sized son.
I mean, and most of the experts felt like the contract was an overpay when
at the
it
time,
happened.
right?
At
So,
the
by the
time.
way, so I will admit this: when Jalen Brunson got signed to that deal with the Knicks, I was like, "Yo, he's an incredible Honda Civic,
Oh shit.
Exactly. Look at you.
stable, reliable, like just trustworthy, but not a superstar, not a luxury vehicle." So it'd be hypocritical for me to say, and all along I knew that he had a secret deal with his dad, who was an assistant coach, and the age. But like the story of the Knicks, by the way, it's an organization run by a guy named Leon Rose. He used to be an agent at CAA. And look at who Leon Rose represented. Look at Rick Brunson, the dad of Jalen Brunson, and the job that he got. And you will notice that some things in the NBA, by the way, it's funny, what can you spend on if you're a billionaire? Coaching staff salaries and front office staff salaries are uncapped. Whatever you want, and they're also not published.
Right.
So it's very funny to be. So I have like empathy for athletes, right? Like you get to look in the paper and see, yo, I am watching your tax returns right now.
Right.
That is not true of like the GM of the team. So how and why they could pay Jalen Brunson, like purely theoretically, they could pay him lots of different ways through employees, namely his dad, who's already on the payroll. It wouldn't be that complicated. But I don't know what they're paying Rick Brunson.
See, and that's my issue with Pablo. It's not that there's something happening to make you suspicious. Your eye just spots windows of opportunity for this to take place.
And then you start digging and find out,
Yeah.
oh shit, something is there.
Well,
but it
rich
wasn't
people-
nothing that
Right.
put it on your radar.
And my point is because it's everywhere. If you look anywhere, you'll
you're gonna
find it.
Yeah.
So two things are true. One thing is I have been shocked at how often when I start digging there is something. I'm like, either I'm pretty good at this or this is a very dirty world we're living in when it comes to like what people are hiding.
Dirty.
It's both.
It's
Yeah.
dirty.
I think there's a column A and column B. But the other consideration I think is I don't know, like I'm a guy with a podcast with a small staff, and if I could investigate everything, I would. But I got to make choices about what to cover. And so
Start
do
at home for sure, and not Brooklyn.
Not Brooklyn.
Stay right in the garden.
Look, but at the same time, what I suspect happened with Jalen Brunson is fundamentally different from what has happened with Aspiration. I don't know what's happened there. Again, part of like what I need to keep doing also to be lame about this is that like I've realized that when I say something as a matter of, I'd like to do that. People are like,
you said
"You're
that
already-"
at the end of the Kawhi shit, antennas went up. Well, next I'd like to see what Jalen is. Wait, what the fuck?
You know, what happened was fucking Dan Patrick had me on his show, and I love Dan Patrick.
Love
and he was
Dan.
like, what else are you looking into? And I'm like, well, this Jalen Brunson thing's interesting. And then suddenly people on the street are like, yo, you fucking touched Jalen Brunson. I'm going to...
Because that ain't like Kawhi. Kawhi, go ahead and have your fun. We home. We home now.
I want to enjoy the city I live in.
Did
Joe.
anyone from the Knicks reach out to you?
In what way?
Like cool it down.
After you.
I know some people over there. No, they're
Or they just
No.
look at it like Pablo's being Pablo. Let him do what he's doing.
I think that this is a very hard question to answer because none of these questions and answers that I had with Knicks people are on the record, so I can't really say anything, Joe. Okay. Can't really say anything.
You said fundamentally it would be different if in fact you did do your deep dive into the Knicks and uncovered something.
My suspicion is it's not Aspiration.
Where would the fundamental difference be?
Yeah.
So
A billionaire cheating should be a billionaire cheating. A billionaire
Yeah,
circumventing the rules, they should all be
totally.
in line.
I think what I'm probably not articulating very well is that I don't have proof that it happened, and the story that I chose to do instead is so nuts that I have a hard time thinking that that exists anywhere else. But what you're totally right about is if someone gave me a tip and was like, yo, you should look into this thing with Jalen Brunson, and I started and I discovered there was something, I would absolutely follow that to its logical conclusion. I just, frankly, all I have is the theory that I laid out. I don't have anything more than that.
Thank God. Well, Dolan might be a little smarter than Ballmer. He'll probably hide it better. Make it a little tougher for you to find.
Jalen Brunson's been in New York for a bunch of years.
Jalen Brunson as a part of my band. Hey, look, he's a trumpet.
Have you ever seen that band?
Yeah.
JD and the Straight Shot?
Yep. I go to Knick games, so no comment.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to protect your ability, Joe.
Thank you very much. So shit, with all this investigative shit you're on, what are your true thoughts about Ohtani?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we did an episode about the life of the Japanese interpreter. Yo, so just a couple of things that are fascinating, because we were like, how weird is it that this guy was this close to his interpreter? And frankly, it's a unique job. There are lots of course, like Spanish interpreters in baseball, but the Japanese interpreter is literally professionally there to like book flights, sometimes get food. It's like a
body man.
Yes, it's a presidential body man. Yeah. And he's around the building, and the thing that's unique is that in baseball, lots of people speak Spanish, but the Japanese interpreter is just there for like him. And he's there all of the time. So on one level, what I found out was that like it is plausible that Ippei Mitsuhara, who's Ohtani's interpreter, he was not unique in terms of how close and intimately interwoven he was into Ohtani's life. Mm-hmm. What is merely a thought experiment that I have been conducting.
Here you go.
Let's go.
Someone fact checked just like how many bets it was, but it was like tens of thousands of bets, meaning like mathematically it was just happening perpetually.
It's a lot to interpret.
So he had access to Ohtani's bank accounts. He had look, what I've been told, and because I've been investigating like the NBA and other stuff, the gambling stuff, like who gets lines of credit, right? They're not giving your interpreter a line of credit. They're doing it because they think it's you.
I do have an answer for you.
Yeah.
He placed approximately 19,000 bets between December 2021 and January 2024.
Okay.
Jesus. So he went crazy.
Even though it's possible.
I'm trying to do some division in my head.
Me too.
And
It's a lot.
That's a lot. So the question I have fundamentally, which is merely a question, is if your best friend was betting 19,000 times from that month to that month, do you think you would know?
Yes.
And then the question is, if you did know, were you cool with that? Why were you cool with that? Is it possible that you maybe were involved in that?
See, that's where it gets spooky to me.
Not just that.
I feel like some people should be, if there were ever a man that should be able to skirt the rules that you mere mortals came up with, I would think it's Ohtani.
The dude is the greatest.
And I still got a beef with baseball because I feel like baseball was complicit in that whole steroid thing.
Oh, for sure.
So if there's any league that...
Remember when Mark McGuire showed up in front of Congress with like little glasses on? He's like, I'm here to relate to you as a fellow sophisticated gentleman.
Right.
And fucking, who was it? I'm not here to talk about the past. All these like roided up dudes were like in their suits.
Between Roger Clemens and Mark McGuire.
Hey, leave the Yankees out of this.
That's right. I am a Yankee fan.
So I still think him as a Red Sox. But yeah, I hate them both.
But by the way, like, I think the logic of any league when it comes to scandal is this making us money? And is this losing us money? And the stuff that loses them money they want to shrink, steroids was making, could argue the home run chase.
I haven't watched baseball since.
McGuire and Sosa would like, I mean, again, I grew up during that time.
Put some excitement back in the game.
Yeah. Chicks dig the long ball.
That was the literal commercials.
Yeah.
Like and it worked. And so it made them money. And so of course they were turning a blind eye to that.
The league's argument, because I investigated the bond stuff a little bit, was one, it's not illegal yet, right? Or I'm sorry, it's illegal, but it's not on the banned substance list. So the players aren't cheating the game. And their legal shit is their legal shit. And two, every team's doing it. Every player's doing it. It's not really a competitive advantage anymore.
That is fair.
Yeah, it's just bringing the game back to people's eyeballs. If we were to subject every team to scrutiny, if we were to pull at any thread on any team, you look at the Phillies, who didn't get a lot of investigation. If you looked at that lineup now, you look at Darren Dalton, you look at Lenny Dykstra.
Yo, Lenny Dykstra was on all sorts of...
He was on everything. But it wasn't just Lenny Dykstra, right? And you go on every team, you see that. It's like, well, fuck it, leave it alone. It's working. Their health is their health. Their lives are their lives. NFL in the 80s, very similar. So I could take it back to the thing again. Like, are we ruining the sport by pulling at these threads?
Yeah, man. Let the sports be able to get tricky. Bring the pine tar back.
Cork bats.
Cork bats, all of it.
Yes. I just don't understand it.
I think that you're operating with the level of cynicism that I understand and relate to. But I think the goal for what I do is to make sure that people know the closest thing that I can bring them to the truth. And so, am I gonna? Now I'm officially corny. I'm talking
No, you're not corny. You're not corny.
Yes.
I think there's a not naivete because that's not. I don't want to sound condescending. I think you're overestimating the public. We don't care.
They don't.
I like seeing home runs.
Word.
Or whatever the thing is, right?
But I think the difference is because the home run thing is a really good example because I believe. And by the way, the thing that I think is missing from what you just described is pitchers were doing it.
What's the other thing?
Yeah.
So by the way,
So if Roger Clemens could
was doing the
spin the
same
ball
shit.
a little bit more, I
Offense.
need to be able to hit that shit a little farther. Like
recovery time.
why is he throwing shards of bats at players, right? Like, I'm just asking questions. But that's offense and defense both ways, pretty much permeating the entire sport,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to sound like a broken record, but I just think that when it comes to the money flowing around the salary cap, it's just not like that everywhere. And so, and so I think that's just a key distinction. Like, how many people are doing it like this?
let me ask you a question. Do you think who's the
I'm thinking
By the
about-
way, with Steve Ballmer's, but you guys are, I think, making the best possible case for Steve Ballmer, which is this. Yeah, I did it, and all these motherfuckers did too.
yeah, but
If that's the argument they want to make, I
It
actually
ain't
think
the
there's an
worst
interesting
argument.
discussion. This is an interesting discussion.
and I'll take it a step further. Look at the small market teams in the NBA. Who are the small market teams? Milwaukee's a small market.
bro? They said Jeannie
Denver's
Buss
a
had
small
the
market.
lowest
Wait,
net
wait,
worth.
Oklahoma City's. I'm just saying. A lot of these
this-
small market teams are winning.
But this is, I think, the difference, right? So, and this is why I love sports. So when you go to imagine like these rooms that you're not allowed to see into, it's all these billionaires, right? And they're all billionaires now, as I said. There is a pecking order. Steve Ballmer is pretty much richer than everyone else combined.
Right.
150 billion. And so what they're seeing is, by the way, and this is the other subtext, and this is where Steve Ballmer gets credit. The Intuit Dome was built entirely with private money, his money.
Yeah, come
He
on.
didn't get
Come on.
predatory public financing. He spent it out of his own pocket. He hired a zillion assistant GMs to be in his front office. He got the best of the best, collect them from around the league, all of them out of his pocket, uncapped, right? And so the thing that other teams are actively concerned about is we can't keep up with that guy if he's throwing around his money in ways that are not going to be punished because he has more of it than the rest of us.
But that's
sports.
no, not just
Well,
that. It's
but
just
you make
not,
it seem
it's,
like
it's
it's
baseball.
not fair,
Right. Sports.
bro. It's not fair. I just read an article. It says there's no definitive poorest owner in the NBA. However, Jeannie Buss is often cited as having the lowest net worth among all NBA owners.
Yes, they were the last mom and pop shop.
Yeah, a family business is what
Got
they
you.
like to say.
So if another NBA owner wanted to spend $50 million to lure a star player into their organization, they all have the ability to do it. We act like
But when
some
he
of
got
the,
150
but
billion,
we're
he can play a
acting
little
like
different.
some
is
of
what they
these.
saying.
It don't matter. It goes back to our argument earlier about the Timberlands. Fam, what somebody is willing to spend is what they're willing to spend.
I think the best argument would be the market, right? Which is to say, there's just more things you can get into in LA and Brooklyn and Manhattan. But again, to my point, these small market teams, they winning.
But there's the irony that Jeannie Buss is the bottom of the totem pole in the same exact city.
Right.
That's the irony.
But the question, look, so there are three ways to get players, obviously: draft, trade, and free agency.
Mm-hmm.
The draft is itself this kind of crazy thing when you think about it. We can debate whether there should be drafts at all, right? That's like legitimately freedom restricting.
Yeah, it's been downhill since the Knicks
I'm about
cheated.
to ask you about drafts
San
later.
Antonio.
So there's that.
Lies.
Trades are, if you don't have a no trade clause, you're just moving because you got sent somewhere. Free agency, though, the reason, and again, I don't weep for the billionaires who own the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? It is funny, though, that the Kawhi Leonard deal is what enabled them to be set up for the next 15 years, though.
Paul George.
Paul
Kawhi
George.
Leonard and Paul George was what got them Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, all those first-round picks. The Clippers' first-round pick, the Clippers are terrible right now. The Thunder might get the first overall pick in the draft in June
Yeah.
and win the title.
Yeah.
It was just funny. Anyway, the point being, like, I don't weep for the Thunder, but how do you attract a free agent? Right? How do you convince a guy to come to your team? I think there are teams that are And I know there are teams that are playing by the rules such that they're not doing these alleged schemes with fraudulent tree planting companies. I just think that is an exception.
It's a good place to hide a scam, too, by the way.
It would have been if you planted a tree.
Yeah,
Just one.
That's true.
Just one. And by the way, I am curious about other schemes out there. I'm not saying definitively that everyone else, that Ballmer's the only guy who would do something crazy in the NBA. I know that's not true. But this thing, I just think it's, talking to players and agents and GMs, $48 million off the books is fucking wild.
It's a lot of money.
It's unprecedented in terms of salary cap circumvention.
Well, that's the part I'm not sure about.
It is just documented.
It's just unprecedented
Like,
that we know.
As of today.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, because we've only pulled, we've only pulled 2 threads. I'm saying there's 26 others, 27 others.
And the others could have just hit it better.
But the question is, like, so think about it this way, right? So you're the NBA, and let's say you're the NBA and you don't care about shrinking the PR problem. You care about, like, do rules even matter anymore? Right? So I should point out that Adam Silver in 2019, after they investigate Kawhi Leonard, they find no punishment, but he says the salary cap is a cardinal rule. It's a cardinal rule, right? And so the question is, when the biggest violation of your cardinal rule happens, according to the reporting I've put in front of your face, what do you do with it? Do you immediately say, well, you know, I think everyone's doing it? Nah. Or are you like, well, it is a cardinal rule and it is the biggest violation we've ever been presented with. We should probably take it seriously. Otherwise, the rule doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And if you want to change the rule, and that's the argument, that is a very consistent argument to have in terms of not caring about the story. And I can provide you other things about billionaires and accountability and the truth and public interest, and maybe that doesn't matter to you at all. And that's okay. But in terms of like what should happen, to finally answer the question, what should happen? It should be treated as if it's the largest cap circumvention scheme in the documented history of professional sports. What do you do with it?
Right. And
That's a good point.
Mark,
I think that's right.
if everybody's doing it and then you don't do it, are you at a disadvantage because
Absolutely.
everybody else?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because I'm
Well,
a girl,
you might
so I'm
be.
drowning over
It depends. Yeah, it depends.
You may be.
You are definitionally at a disadvantage, but it may not come to matter. For example, if the Lakers aren't doing it, the Lakers have always been successful at securing, not always, but they've largely been successful at securing free agents, so it may not matter. Or if you're Golden State, you drafted well and made great moves, you may not be doing it and it may not matter. But yeah, if every team has the ability to, basically has effectively a higher salary cap than you do, then yeah, you are at a disadvantage.
But now we're gonna talk about the stark contradiction, because the Clippers ain't won shit.
Right.
Well,
The
that's
Clippers have not won a thing, and Oklahoma City just won a championship. The Denver Nuggets have been competing for championships for the last half of a decade. So this quote unquote advantage that it gives you has not even been proven to be true.
But that's because I think they would argue that's because you put you bet on the wrong horse. If they spent that same energy getting LeBron backdoor,
Which
then
all still matters, that you spent your money. It's about chemistry. It's about team.
You can't
It's
buy the
about
chip.
of other things. You can't buy a championship in the NBA.
Well, but that's like what's beautiful
Yeah.
about sports, though, right? Like even the guy who did
except the Yankees.
allegedly, well, but even now
They didn't.
Even now, the Yankees are. I'm
They
feeling.
bought
it.
something in the
I'm
odds.
feeling the.
The Yankees had a stretch when they were buying championships.
The Yankees
They were like farm team.
have,
Fuck
have,
that.
have
No
lived
salary
a
cap in
beautiful,
baseball.
a
Shut
beautiful.
But they weren't. They still weren't buying them because they were still losing some of them.
I think the thing that you're raising is a good point, because it just shows that you, as I said at the beginning, right? You can't buy the thing you want the most, even when you're cheating to get it. That's why sports is so fascinating to me. It's like the masters of the universe come in and their egos are on the line and they realize, oh my God, I could be a private equity billionaire. I could be a private equity prince. And that's a literal headline in the New York Times about Josh Harris, who owns the Sixers.
Yeah.
Private equity prince, Apollo Global Management, right? Josh Harris, when
Great
the
guy.
Sixers were losing, his kids were getting heckled at school. Like suddenly the pressure point on being this rich, like this unfathomably wealthy billionaire, sports makes you feel
Normal.
mortal, weak, helpless, normal, like anybody else. Because fans, by the way, fans don't give. There's a quote from Josh Harris once. He's like, and I don't even know what polypropylene is, but it's like a chemical thing that he trades as a matter of whatever, vegetables, right? So, but the thing he says is, people don't give a fuck about what the price of polypropylene is, but they care about Robert Covington.
Yes.
They care, like, fans know sports. And so when you do something like this and it doesn't even work, that is the ultimate, like, cosmic insult added to injury.
Yeah.
And so there is something kind of beautiful about that to me. But it also reminds me in the way of, like, drafts. The thing about a draft, and remember when Anthony Bennett went #1 to the Cavs?
Yes.
So there's a saying in NBA front offices, like, sometimes it's just, I mean, it's a saying in life, it's just timing.
No way you believe that.
The #1, no, look, listen.
I'm talking about in terms of Anthony Bennett. Do you think that was illegal, just the balls bounced this way?
Oh, I think that some years, the #1 pick just happens to be terrible.
Yeah.
And you sometimes tanked a whole year to get a lemon, to get a guy that sucks.
So that's interesting because I'm thinking about Bennett. I'm thinking about Olowokandi was #1 as well.
Michael
right?
Olowokandi, the Clippers.
I'm not so much talking about the player you pick being bad.
Anthony Bennett.
I'm just
You're
talking about
the
you
lottery ball.
getting the pick. Just talking about you getting the pick.
Oh, I remember talking to, so David Falk was Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing's agent.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing, who the Knicks cheated to get.
So I remember talking to him about conspiracy theories, and I was like, I said, David, there are 2 conspiracies that involve 2 clients of yours.
Yep.
We've mentioned both of them already on this pod. One of them is, of course, Michael Jordan and the retirement. The other one is the frozen envelope
1985.
and Patrick Ewing to the Knicks. And he says, the Jordan thing doesn't make any sense, but the Ewing thing, and he kind of like shrugged, and he's like, I can see it.
Thank you.
But because, again, what's the financial incentive? The Knicks getting Patrick Ewing is a great thing for the business of the NBA.
Especially in the
Of the
80s.
NBA, in the 80s especially.
Michael Jordan stepping away from the league, like, to David Falk, and again, it's his agent, so mileage varies on whether you believe it. He's like, that is bad for the business of the NBA for him to step aside.
No. That's a different conversation.
I know, that's a
we'll talk
that's a
about-
whole rabbit hole.
It depends on why he was
I
stepping aside.
still want to know where you stand on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
You believe that? Like, but what?
The frozen
what-
envelope?
that the Spurs with their
Oh, the #1, like,
the ratio and the mathematics that go along with the
Landing
balls
number
and
one
them landing the #1 pick.
I would say that for the vast majority of my existence on this planet, I was like, they're not rigging this. Because there's an accounting firm like Deloitte, there's like all this stuff. And is this the most unpopular
No, this is
observation
conspiracy
that I've
theory
had?
capital. So
No, I know. But what I will say to you is that was the vast majority of my life. Increasingly, I just don't think there is anything incentive-wise stopping, and I got to be very careful because I'm like a guy who reports real stories, and I don't want to accuse the
Yeah,
NBA
you let
of
us say
rigging
the
drafts.
bullshit. You be real.
I'm just saying, like, there is a business case, there's an incentive, and it wouldn't be that hard.
here's why.
Bills-
I don't understand
Oh,
what the
sorry,
incentive for the Spurs to win the #1 pick would be,
And that's where I was going.
as opposed to the
We've seen
Knicks
it-
or the Lakers.
Orlando.
Or,
I mean, there were times where there were bigger like Penny Hardaway going to the Lakers, who were shit before Shaq went there, right? Would have made way more sense, right? Tim Duncan going to a big market team would have made way more sense. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think it's every year. I don't. By the way,
Yeah,
so what
I was-
I'm not saying is that every year the NBA is deciding who gets the #1 pick. But I think I'll tell you this. This is a bit of a. I think I'm fair to say this, although. Okay. I'm thinking of. Yeah, I can. There are multiple NBA owners who I've talked to, who when they saw who got the #1 pick this year, they were like,
This is some bullshit.
"This is some bullshit."
I would have said the same thing.
Yeah,
I would-
He
Mad
said
people
it.
said that.
Like owners in the league.
I would've
And by the way,
said
but the reason I say that as like a meaningful thing is it's not just you guys. It's like the actual owners who are like, we think this is rigged.
Right.
We think Cooper Flagg to the Mavericks is rigged.
Yeah.
And again, everybody can have their own conspiracy
that's
theory.
a tougher one. That's a tough one. But let me ask you something in that vein. This is where I was going. I was actually finishing now, Tanking to the Top, which I hadn't read before, which is like
The
the
Yaron
whole-
Weissman.
Yeah, which is a great
Sixers
book about the Sixers whole thing and the whole Hinkie era.
Yeah.
Back to the everybody does it thing. Every team, to some extent, when they think they're not going to make the playoffs, starts resting guys, starts playing the youth, developing play. It's all secret code for cheating. Hinkie just did the bomb or not
Tanking.
Tanking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hinkie just basically did what Ballmer did in your to your argument,
funny.
right? He just took the thing that everybody does to another level. But is there a point where is that to you at some point in the public interest to not do? Is it that to you a crossing a line?
I think about tanking a lot. for lots of different reasons. One is that it is the most acceptable form of just like rigging games that we just nod along with.
Right.
And it is like, I think, a real big problem for anybody who wants sports to be like fairly contested events, because what you're saying is we don't want to win.
Right.
And that's pretty fucked up from we want sports to be like, as I say, a fair play, integrity, truth matters.
Not to mention the gambling piece now.
So that's why I think about it now, though. So I talked to the guy who made the most money in the history of sports betting. This is the pre-legal era. Is this guy, Haralbab Valgaris. And he was a guest on my show, and I talked to him about the problem with legal gambling. And he said the funniest thing about reading the indictments, those, again, more documents, the federal indictments that the NBA was involved in, is that buried in the Chauncey Billups stuff, buried in all of these accusations about who's going to play in a given game, was the just recognition that they were tanking. So in these federal documents for the first time, it's just like, oh yeah, teams are tanking. And his point was that is why sports are fucked. Because you can't distinguish between, is someone throwing a game to make a side deal bit of money, or is it just because you're actively rigging a game to get
a better
a draft pick?
Right. Yeah.
And so for me, like,
And super gray. Even ethically.
but this is why, like, the question of like drafts, it's like, how do you remove that incentive, right? These are all incentives.
Right.
Kawhi Leonard, much like the number one overall pick in the NBA, the reason they're willing to do all of this shit for it, lose games, $50 million on a secret side deal, is because there's nothing more impactful in sports than a superstar player in a 5-on-5 game, right? You have more impact on a game in basketball as an individual star than you do in any other sport.
That's a fact.
Baseball's turn-based, football's a zillion collisions. You may not even catch the ball if you're a receiver. The quarterback is kind of the closest thing, but even still, you got to rely on your teammates. NBA players are obviously different. So in this case, the thing about tanking is the only way to fix it is to eliminate the draft, eliminate the reward system, eliminate incentives to do it. Don't give the most valuable commodities in professional sports to the teams that lose the most. The thing that got me, though, about, and I was the one who was like writing a lot about the process Sixers when I was at ESPN and the trust the process stuff. And this brings us back to why it's like Steve Ballmer. The thing that was underrated about the hinky process Sixers is that was from this place of pathological hyper-competitiveness.
Yes.
So they lost in order to win. Steve Ballmer wants to win because he's hyper-competitive. Sam Hinkie knew that he was rolling the dice on his employment because he could only do it for so long.
Right.
But he thought that the fastest way to get a superstar is for me to actually be the most unpopular person in sports. And that's a crazy level of hyper-competitiveness that people didn't appreciate because it was literally losing games. And the only solution to that is to just make it so you don't reward losers with the most important advantages on a basketball court.
So how do you...
Hold up real quick, because you mentioned hyper-competitiveness. I want to go back to Michael Jordan retiring in the 90s for a second. I don't know if you saw the piece Bill Simmons did when he was just talking about his top 10 favorite NBA conspiracy theories, 10 being the highest, most believable.
Put it at like 5 or something, right? Where did he put it? He put it like in the middle somewhere.
No, it was at 10.
It was at 10?
It was number 10. And part of his reasoning for believing that was, you're telling me the sports figure that we've known to be the most competitive in the history of all sports just said, fuck it. I'm stepping away. What are your thoughts on that?
Great point.
So the theory is, just to recap, right, or that he had a crippling gambling problem and needed to be sidelined for his own good.
There's a little more to it.
Okay, spell it out because I don't want to mischaracterize the best version of it.
The most salacious version.
His dad.
Is that there's also crime involved and maybe death.
In which somebody...
So it wouldn't just be Michael Jordan's reputation, it would be the league reputation. And that's what David Stern was. It wasn't just, Michael, we want you to dry out. It was...
Yeah, Mike, you got a problem.
Right. It was, we need to save everybody.
Yeah.
So having not reported that story, I find that to be cinematically interesting, right? Like, oh, okay, I could see that. That's a great movie. I see that plot twist. But the psychology of Michael Jordan, right? So like hyper-competitiveness I would argue, if I were to take the other side of that, what's more hyper competitive than being like, I'm the best basketball player in the world. I'm now going to prove to you I could do this shit in baseball.
Not after you just won 3.
Yeah.
And at a time
Not
where
after you just won
Dion
3.
had just done it.
Dion didn't win.
True, but
He's saying at the same time, right?
shortly after I did it in 2 sports at a highlight, hit a home run and an interception
Bo
return.
and Dion.
Yeah, Bo too. Yeah.
Bo and Dion.
So to your
So
point,
just like,
it's
he's-
possible.
I'm just
In
saying,
the
like,
middle of my dominance.
Right. The height of my game.
it's weird.
tough.
I'm not saying it's not weird. I am not saying it's not weird. I think that it's a valid theory for lots of fans to talk about now 40 years later. I get it.
Well, let's get on some new school shit. Do you see my untrained eye? I'm having a hard time watching games and not seeing the game through the line.
it's hard.
Are you noticing that?
It's hard. It's really hard. I'm not even really
I mean,
enjoying the
I don't
game.
know how much you can share on
Yeah.
it,
That's why I don't gamble.
but there's some really weird things happening in football and basketball games.
I think that you're articulating a problem that sports underrated when they decided to take the money on the table from gambling. What do I mean by that? I mean that if the word of the day is incentives, there are lots of ways to bet on sports that don't necessarily need to affect who wins or loses.
Like prop bets, you mean?
Prop bets.
But no, when you're watching it from a prop bet perspective,
You see it there
it's
too?
still hard to see the line. I mean,
I see what you
hard
mean.
outside the line.
Like if your home, if you have a prop bet on the opposing team's player, you're like you might want him to score another 10 buckets, even if that means your
No.
team loses.
Bro, I put prop bets in and the line be 22.
2 days
And
ago.
he's got 20 at halftime.
Yes.
And then do nothing the entire second half of the game. It's hard to look at that and say, that wasn't intentional.
Sure.
You
Or
on
dudes
fire
are
the
just
first
missing
half.
Or like
literally
that James Harden
missing
thing a couple
layups.
weeks ago, where he had like 21 in the first half and needed like one more for people to win, and
Oh,
he would score
man,
another
look.
point in the second half.
You see stuff. It just makes you question.
Of course. And by the way, that is impossible to unsee
Indeed.
because it's not that hard to do.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Is it too late to put? You can't. Is it one of those things where you can't put the toothpaste back in the?
So the movement that's happening, the thing that all these leagues are considering is, do we restrict prop bets specifically so that it's only for like superstar players? So that's like one way of like shrinking the problem, right? So for instance, like
Why?
if you think
Because
of,
they don't need the money.
because the biggest advantage in betting on prop bets and the rigging of games is there are lots of guys who are tempted to have a secret deal because it's actually good money for them to do it. So like Jonte Porter with the Raptors.
Nutcase.
That guy also like wasn't making a ton of money in the NBA, had either debt or whatever dynamic with these guys that have now been named as defendants in this investigation. And so there was an incentive for him to cooperate with these guys and share inside information about, I'm checking myself out of this game.
But now do Rozier.
Yeah.
Do Rozier.
What about Robert
He
here?
was making money.
So the other variable, and this is now the thing I've been reporting on recently, is
Addiction. Oh.
no, no, not just that. It's also like, and I think we've all heard versions of this story in other industries, but like, you end up being someone who someone has, and this is not what I'm reporting specifically about Rozier, but like when it comes to the connection between these private poker games and the mob and what these guys are vulnerable to, there are stories about guys who are being taped that don't realize they're being taped. And they're doing stuff. And so these guys are saying, if you don't do this,
Extortion, essentially.
It's extortion.
blackmail, extortion.
Yeah.
Like these are certainly theories and allegations that are credible that have swirled around this world, right?
Right.
And so the question of like, I always think, by the way, there are a couple of motives. One is that, and one of the first stories I did was just about how often it is that professional athletes just lose their money. Behind the scenes, they never have as much as is advertised, as we were saying in the newspaper.
Yeah.
For all sorts of reasons, just like predatory lenders, they trust their family, they trust the wrong agent, they misunderestimate taxes, certainly all that stuff, right? All these court cases. So there's that. And then there's the possibility that like, oh shit, you're being extorted by someone. And there's the possibility that like, oh shit, you have a terrible friend who's convinced you that in a world of legal prop betting, you can help him make money without affecting the actual outcome of the game. So what's really interesting is that Rozier, what he does allegedly is he leaves the game early. What Jontay Porter does is he leaves the game early, right? So they're not like missing baskets on purpose. They're just
manipulating.
They're manipulating the game.
No, they showed some shit where Rozier was missing baskets.
Well, Rozier's
throwing
worse,
the ball over the basket.
Low light. His low lights look like, oh, okay, he's on the other side.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
that reel was crazy.
That
At a
reel
time
was
when
absolutely-
somebody
he's a
places-
better basketball player than that.
Right. At a time when somebody just places these obscene amounts of money in the quality, not the quantity of bets. Like, in one day, nobody bets on Rozier, and just the booking houses took in 400 bets on this one particular prop. It starts to look suspicious.
It's like KL2.
Aspire.
Aspire. Sorry.
KL2 Aspire LLC, that's right. The easiest, most obvious way to get caught in the era of legalized gambling is to put a lot of money on an obscure player's prop bet. It's automatically obvious to the legal gambling operators and to the league that gets notified. Now, what do you do with that, right? At a certain point, if there's a federal indictment in which all these names are mentioned, you probably want to shrink the menu of possible bets. That's the only thing you can do if you want to continue to keep drinking from like the fire hose of gambling money.
That's an interesting proposition. So maybe like take like 2 players from each team. I'm just saying, for example.
Then they're going to lose so much money that it's obscene. Because one of the good things of prop betting is you take the 7th man off the bench and you bet that he gets 7.5 points. Like if you just betting on Luka every day, it's so 50-50 that the numbers would have to be through the roof, right? But the 6 points or 2 foul shots from this guy, 2 offensive rebounds from that guy, those are the bets that get you money because these people do research and be like, this team's center is not that good. I think Gobert's gonna get 2 rebounds offensively. Like, and so it's real. It's people that make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and when you hear them break down why they're picking these picks, they do research.
But
such and such doesn't play good on grass.
That's not helping the gambling companies.
No, that is helping the gambling companies because it makes you have more bets. And when people get greedy, you don't just put in a 2-team parlay or a 2-team. You want to go for 6 because the payout for the 6
They
is
love
100
gambling
to 1.
operators love parlays.
Oh, for
yes.
sure.
So they make way more money because we're gonna make some of this shit so enticing that you bet a 5-team instead of a 2-team.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the payout don't be shit.
I also don't necessarily agree that the bench players are necessarily greater earners than the star players overall. As someone who bets sports, I've won on both.
Yeah, but
like,
if I
or
don't
lost on both.
If you have the Lakers playing Portland,
Yeah.
you might have to put up $150 to win 100. For a lot of people, it's like, it's not worth it.
Can we leave conspiracy land for a second so I can get messy?
Better than anybody.
I have messy questions.
We know, of course.
Pablo, how did you feel about the? Well, first of all, what is your relationship with Stephen A?
We are. It's very funny. Like I'll see him at an NBA game, and we will like point at each other out of recognition.
All right. So
I remember when I was hosting High Noon, we were coming on air right after he was leaving First Take, and so we'd encounter him in the makeup room all the time. I've been working alongside him in some capacity. We're not friends, but we're friendly.
Yeah. What did you think of First Take's handling of the Molly Quirm situation?
I did not understand it. I didn't. What's your view of that? And I'll give you my theory of television.
We're not gonna take it. That's my view. It's, no, we ain't gonna take it, and that's what I got from Molly's messaging. Right? Molly says, "I've been here X amount of years. This is what you're offering. It's a slap in the face. I feel like I'm an integral part of the show. It's get down and lay down. You either with me or you're not. So I'm out of here." I didn't like how abrupt it all felt.
Yeah.
I think she was there too long for that.
I do enjoy the new moderator that they have there now, even though I'm not so familiar with her. I think she's doing a good job. But yeah, I think Molly put her foot down. And it was tough.
I think there's this term in like NBA or sports front offices, like value over replacement player. I leave.
Yeah, we were having that talk here. Yeah.
Yeah, VORP. Like, who do you substitute in, and how easy is it for the fan to not notice the difference? I think Stephen A. is acutely aware of his VORP. He knows, and he's priced it at $100 million or whatever it is. He's like, you take me out of that show, you don't have a show.
Right.
Everybody else, though, pretty much, like, just let me be the GM and the player. Yeah. No one has the power that Stephen A. has in sports television from that perspective. He staffs the show. He picks the players on the team. He is the star of it. That's his. So I think what's frustrating for anybody who worked at ESPN and sort of felt like I'm on the team too, is that there's a pretty brutal math problem that I think Stephen A. is happy to do, in which he's like,
get out.
We can find someone to play that role. And that sucks. I like Molly a lot. That sucks. And I don't know, again, the sort of interior monologue or the back and forth on that, but Stephen A. has been extremely consistent in being pretty brutal about like what his own value is and what people's value is in comparison. Like, it's not close.
Yeah, Max is still locked in a cellar somewhere.
Max is
He's about to come back around though. I think he just got some new boxing stuff, right?
I love Max.
Yeah.
Me too.
By the way, me
I love
too.
Max.
Max is gonna. I think I just saw him pop up in like Saudi Arabia, actually, like doing a boxing thing.
Sounds about right.
Which is a different conversation. I saw him just pop up doing a podcast with Rich Paul for Bill Simmons, but he was in the wilderness. And to your point, like Stephen A. was like, I can do this like Mortal Kombat totem pole style. I can just debate whoever you want over and over again, rotating them in and out. He doesn't need an equal co-partner. He doesn't need a host who's the host that needs to be permanent. He can just like, he is the son of that solar system, and no one else has a job like that in sports television.
I don't like to do messy stuff, but since Joe has dragged us here, Michelle Beadle.
That was my next question.
I know.
That was my next question.
What about Beadle?
Well, a couple things. Well, the first thing is, first, did you have a relationship with her? What was like working with her?
Friendly, like, but I have so little beef.
Who's
with people.
not going to get along with Pablo?
I know. Either you don't like me or I investigate you. And
I don't want Pablo does not get along with.
When I was at ESPN, I got to fill in on pretty much every show, and I got to meet people, and no one was really threatened by me, which is maybe just because of how I carry myself in that regard. So I do have I know all these people.
One thing she talked about in her kind of statements about Stephen A. was the way he works at ESPN, his work ethic, or that they don't want him to do all this stuff. He volunteers to do all this stuff. He kind of makes himself indispensable and all. She didn't use that word. That's how I saw it. But she said he takes on everything. Is that an assessment of how he works? And is his work ethic and work style different than the rest of his colleagues?
So that sounds like a compliment to Stephen A.
That's what
to me, I took it that way. She didn't mean it that way.
I think.
And again, I didn't get that that's what she was saying, but I understand it.
So I think there is fun, and you guys know this from just like working in TV and media and stuff. Like, this shit is the most territorial sort of a business because everybody feels like they are being threatened by anybody who wants to take that piece of, of the pie. Like Stephen A. wanting to be on the NFL broadcast. I can guarantee that the guy whose job he took at the desk isn't thrilled with that.
Yeah.
Someone needs to not be on air. And they're thinking to themselves, the guy who doesn't know, whatever, like I'm not here to actually make fun of Stephen A., but like Stephen A. messed up like who Hunter Henry was that
he doesn't
famous
know much
time.
about football, respectfully.
And it's just like, so, but
compared
then
to peers.
But then Stephen A.'s response is, but who do people want to watch?
Right. Yeah.
And so the bottom line business of like Stephen A. is like
You got a point.
an old school ratings guy. Like you look at the minute to minute rating, and this is like increasingly, a lost art, but he's like, who are people tuning in to see? When are they tuning out? And if that's your stat sheet, it's just hard to argue, right? Like it's a bottom line business in a shrinking media economy. Like that's his position. But at the same time, if you're like, do you really need to be on everything?
Right. Which was Rogan's point when he was doing UFC.
I mean, if you're Michelle Beadle, if you're anybody else who's like seeing him just like take stuff that he's not. At some point, working in sports television or any amount of media, you have to make peace with the fact that like what you deserve as a matter of like merit or skill or whatever is not actually your value. It's just, you could think I am the best at this.
Yeah.
But if the metric that matters, the only stat on the stat sheet is who's watching, hard argument to win. Right? Like, and that explains so much of how we are and where we are in this country. Like, I'm not saying it's the best programming. I'm saying it's fundamentally, gravitationally always trying to find the most popular. And for whatever reason, people do seem to want to watch Stephen A. And I get it.
What does that make? And I love Stephen A. And I think he's a star. So this isn't about Stephen A.
Yeah, he's
I don't think
as talented a performer on television as there's ever been.
That man was born to do sports TV. There's never been a better.
He said some shit. So again, like I am very different from Stephen A. That's very, very clear. But he says some shit that I'm just like, he said about the Jets once, gangrene. That's an insult to gangs. And I'm like, that's a great line.
Yeah. No,
this guy's just funny. I mean, he can.
But there's something about his model, and I saw this doing political TV where that is good. Where like it was a moment where like in like cable news where people talked about stuff, and then Crossfire happened, and then cable news became two people arguing across the desk. Similarly, in sports, sports media became very similar. Saying, every model is two people arguing across the desk. Has that cheapened or limited like what's possible for sports media? Has it made it worse?
Look, so I still the only job I have left at ESPN is to fill in for Michael Wilbon when he's on like a super yacht with Magic Johnson. I get to debate Tony Kornheiser, who's my television grandpa, who's the best, and I love him, and he's my personal goat. Tony Kornheiser is like Larry David, does not give a fuck.
Tony's dope. Yeah.
Tony tells me the funny. He's like, Stephen A. can make the most money, but dollars per minute. that is Tony Kornheiser's statistic.
That is a fact.
22 minutes a day, and he makes whatever he makes, right? And he's just like, that dude has it figured out.
Dollars per minute is great.
So PTI, though, what's so interesting about PTI and the history of PTI and what it did to change television is that was really patient zero.
Yes.
PTI had the menu of topics. It had a clock.
That's true.
Pre-internet. So short attention span theater. PTI was already foreseeing all of this. And they were like, you don't care about baseball? We got Tiger Woods coming up in 30 seconds. You don't care about Tiger Woods? We got the NFL coming up right after that. And so that was built around just these devices that everyone else stole since. But the key thing that PTI got mutated from was Tony and Wilbon would just sit in the Washington Post office and yell at each other, arguing sports in real life. That's just them. Anybody who spends time around them, they just hear them arguing about anything. But the thing that they did, as they argued, was legitimately, unironically, very tenderly love each other. And so they would argue, but they would always like be so thrilled to come back the next day. And politics saw that model and they were like, we can do that shit. But it was with real life shit that actually created like this, I would say, and I don't like this word because it's a euphemism, division, but it just made conversation this sort of like debate contest where you didn't take it seriously enough because this was the real world shit and not like who's gonna win on Sunday.
Right.
And they also started actually creating conflict in a way that clearly rated. People kept on doing it, but it didn't have the basis of friendship. Gotcha. And so you just saw this mutant version of everybody copying PTI. None of it was ever as good. And then you got to this debate tournament thing, and I did debate in high school. Like, I get it. I, like, appreciate it on some level. But sports media has so over-indexed, has so gone all in on, like, conflict programming and debate and all this shit that, like, when I say I wound up running a race no one else is running, it's because we've put all of our best minds towards trying to win debate contests in sports. And the actual thing of discovering new information, it's just not incentivized anymore. So yes, I do think sports media is worse in totality, but I also think that you follow the money and you realize why it happened, and I'm not surprised by it.
Well, is that partly because, right, like back to your Stephen A. line, fucking gangrene's an insult to gangs. Like, not you, because you found your, like, I think you're on the money with what you're doing with this investigative shit. It seems one of a kind. But to the rest of the people like you that have to compete and contend with these huge personalities.
Every former athlete wants to compete in that now, by the way. It's not just like, so why did I get out of that business? Like, you could listen to me or you could listen to Tom Brady.
Somebody actually did it. Right.
Somebody that
Like, I
huge
know,
fan base.
I get what I can do and what I can't, you know?
But it's frustrating because you might be much better than Tom Brady at it.
But that's, as I said before, right? Like, it's not the same.
Don't matter.
Like, who'd you rather listen to?
Right.
Like, and by the way, Tom Brady is fucking terrible on television.
I think he's getting better.
Okay,
personally.
okay.
it's getting better. Troy Aikman was trash in the beginning, and he's a staple now. Tony Romo was.
Tony Romo's also now falling off a
Tony
cliff.
Romo came out off fire, and now they're shitting on Tony Romo.
Gruden was great at one point.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But the contest that you're trying to enter, where it's like, I'm a guy who can argue why I'm right about sports. I love that job still. It's fun. It's the best way to make money. You can still argue in America. You wake up and argue about sports. But now every athlete is competing for the same job. Like all of them. The best that's ever played is doing it. I'm like, and by the way, like, likewise, like the Kelceys have one of the top sports podcasts, and Taylor Swift is showing up on there. It's just like, what does it mean to be a non-athlete working in sports?
Yeah.
You almost have a disadvantage now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do this shit, but like, it's really hard. It's just really hard.
Yeah, that part. I can imagine. I mean, shit, we go through it.
No, somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
We go through.
I forgot who it was. It wasn't Greg Olson. It was somebody else that played tight end. I forgot who it was. But they said, "Yo, he used to report back in the day. You know him." He was like, "Yo, he's glad that he exited when he did because there's no more journalism at all. It's just literally people sitting at the table arguing with each other almost as a show, as opposed to reporting on sports and et cetera, et cetera." So he was like, "I'm happy I got out when I did."
I don't think it work all the time. Well, a lot of the time, because like even here, y'all argue all the time. But the part you mentioned before, y'all have that friendship.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of time they'll throw two heads together.
Enemyship.
But y'all have
That's that
something.
enemyship.
It's rooted in
They'll
love.
throw two people
Homeboy
together
right, but
and just say argue.
It's full circle back to the Ballmer Clippers thing. You can do all the cheating and do all the juicing if you want, but teamwork really is kind of what ends up being.
Chemistry is the thing that, when I think about PTI, it's like, and what's the real like secret sauce?
No, they're amazing.
It's chemistry. And by the way, you guys have chemistry.
Yeah.
You know it when you see it. Like the Supreme Court said about pornography.
Yeah.
Right? What does it mean? So another through line. Follow me.
Don't ever compare us to pornography.
Follow me. The question that you have been asking is like, where's the line? And oftentimes, as the Supreme Court once said about like the definition of pornography, it's, I know it when I see it. And that is true of chemistry. That is true, I think, of egregious salary cap circumvention. That is true of all these things.
What?
It's true. That's what. I mean, I don't know.
No, I understand it.
I get it.
I understood what he meant when he said it. I see where he's going.
What's the line?
You know it when you see
know
it.
You know when you see it.
You know when you see
You
it.
know,
Penis,
you know
interest,
when you see
or
it.
orifice.
No, sometimes
It ain't got
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: Do you think that, not medically, not factually correct, of course, but do you think we could spot CTE in a few of these guys while they're alive?
I mean, so I love boxing still, right? Boxing is consensual concussions.
Yeah.
And you talked, and I have the most fun sport to cover for that reason as a journalist was boxing. Guys didn't give a fuck. Guys were incentivized to promote fights. Guys would talk to you. They would let you into their hotel room. They're partying. They're like, come on, hang out. I once was in a hotel room with Manny Pacquiao. He falls asleep, blackout drunk, on a couch, sitting upright. Just like boxing's the best. I say all of that to say that when you talk to boxers, you can tell there's brain damage. There are also football players who are like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's this guy who has this whole thing, Chris Nowinski, who does like the concussion center. And his job is to request the brains of dead football players.
Once they pass.
Yeah.
Once they pass. And one of the most fascinating conversations I had with somebody was about how that center, I was told, was trying to get OJ's brain. Because they were like, did OJ have CTE?
Wow.
I could see it.
And they couldn't get it. They couldn't get the brain.
We can see it.
They couldn't
Can't
get
we
the
see
brain.
it? How do we feel on that? Where do we stand on that? Come on.
What?
Seeing that OJ.
What do we
had
think? Did OJ have it?
Oh, he probably had it. He
probably had it.
He was a running back in the 70s.
in the 70s.
Parks is a huge Dolphins fan. I asked you that
unfortunately.
question.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I asked you that question because I was of the opinion a few years ago that Tua should step away and just suit him.
There has to be some waivers that you sign contractually to play the sport. No.
So the way that I've made peace with this, not that anybody's worried about, is Pablo gonna keep watching football? It is. I start with boxing because in boxing it's very obvious what you're signing up for.
Right.
At a certain point, the NFL. I remember Will Smith Tell the Truth, that clip.
Yeah.
What was that really about? It was, are you disclosing to the athletes what the risks are? If you know and you sign up, then God bless. You're a functioning, for now, American with freedom to choose what you want to do with your life.
For now.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
there are prices that end up being paid down the road, and that's why football is no fucking joke.
Yeah,
it's
tough,
different,
though,
man.
'cause I see that for consenting adults, but to be good enough to play as a consenting adult in the NFL, you have to have played in college.
Before
You have to
that.
have played in high school.
Yeah.
And so at some point you're
Pop
12.
Warner.
Pop Warner, but you might not get hit in Pop Warner.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
Really? Okay.
What?
They're getting hit in Pop Warner.
Okay, so if you're getting hit from Pop Warner up to even be eligible for those leagues, that even enhances the point. You know what I mean? And especially given the conditions and circumstances that drive people to often play in the NFL. It's at some point, sometimes you got to care about people before they can operate in their own best interests.
But how many people in the world, in this room, would maybe do that for $250 million and retire by 35, maybe?
I think that's a good question. I think a better question
You
might
said
be.
quarter of a what?
$1 billion.
But let me add another question to that.
Maybe more.
How about quarterback?
But if you were to ask those same
Quarterbacks, yeah.
people, how many
Tua
of you,
specifically.
But if you were to ask those same people, how many of you would let your children do it? I think
You don't
might.
need to. I already got the
No,
$300 billion.
No, what I mean is
$1 million.
What I mean is if
I know what you mean.
as opposed to them doing it for themselves, because we often will say, "I'll put myself on the line."
Yeah.
But if us, the average person, would you let your child do that? And if you knew CTE was the outcome,
No, I know a lot of people that won't. Let
most
their
people
kids
would
play
say
football.
no. And I'm thinking and I'm not saying that that's the better question. It's just a different question.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that might be an indicator of what we really think about it.
So I think Mike Ditka, obviously one of the great coaches of all time, he was like, I'm not letting my kids play football or whatever. There are people who have been these just paragons of you embody football, and they're like, we know what happens. We don't want our kids to see that, to be that. But the pipeline question of who becomes a football player is why boxing also comes up, right? Because boxing, look at who becomes a boxer.
Right.
How many suburban kids are boxers?
Right.
It doesn't happen. It's poor countries, black people, brown people.
Yeah.
That's kind of the pool of any boxing fight still today. And football,
That's a good ass point.
America is addicted to football in ways that
Facts.
are different.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm one
I
of
want
It
them.
Yo, dog. This
Multiple
is a funny,
days
it's
a
a
week.
funny quote.
Yeah.
Yo, football dethroned Jesus. Fam,
Sunday.
People will work around going to church, bro, for football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah, we'll pray
Yeah,
that.
that's something, bro.
92 of the top 100 TV shows every year are football games. 92 out of the top 100.
Wow.
That's the NFL and also college football.
Wow.
College football is the second most popular sport in America, and it's not close.
Wow.
Football, the NFL is number one.
Number one.
You could put a fucking football on a table and get 15 million people. You just put it on TV. So, the question of who becomes a football player, football, it's fascinating, man. We were talking about, Adam Silver in 2014. There was a conversation like 10, 15 years ago in which it was, should football be allowed? The CTE crisis. There are all these like think pieces and like people saying like, we can't let our kids play. College football should be illegal. Just like radical proposals because it was brain damage. And what's happened? Football has become the most popular thing, not just in sports, but in American life. You guys know this, right? Everything is fragmented. So sports being like up and to the right, the green arrow always growing, right? Nothing embodies that more than football. And it's because at a time when everyone's phone is their feed and we have a zillion different algorithms, the last thing that people gather to watch together that otherwise they're led to disagree about politically, musically, culturally. I could yell at the same team as a guy who wants me to fucking be deported.
He's right.
Because we share
sports and music.
Football.
Sports and music. I remember going to the old school Jordan games in the Garden, and yo, dog, I'm talking about, I was a kid, I was 20. Right? 19, 20, 18. And bro, it'll be a white dude with a shirt and tie just jumping up, hugging some gold chain wearing black dude over the Knicks. Yeah. It just literally bridges the gap. Like it bridges the gap like none other. Sports and music will bridge a gap.
But and now with the NFL, you get Taylor Swift. So speaking of incentives, right? Speaking of incentives, like that's a partnership. That is a corporate partnership. And what America is seeing when it comes to who wants to play football, people are signing up for consensual concussions.
That's true.
Because there's just nothing like it. It's just the most, so everything's fragmented. The last big tent in American life is a football stadium.
And I think in football, football's one of the only things that it don't matter what demo you're from, you could play. Like if you're a fat white guy, you could be on the line and be valuable. If you're a small little black dude, you could be Turpin running kicks back. You could be valuable no matter where you are and what your body type is. You could be from Wisconsin. You could be from LA. You could be. I think
be a nerd and be a kicker.
Literally. You could be a nerd and be a quarterback.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Or you could be a nerd and be a quarterback.
Glasses.
Yeah, too. If you're an athletic nerd, but you could be a non-athletic nerd and be a punter.
So I just think that that's one of the things too. Like you could be any body type, any ethnicity, any whatever, and play the sport.
That's a good point.
I want to stay in the land of mess for a few seconds.
Of course
I won't take up too much more of your time. Did you see Bill Belichick the other day at his girlfriend's high school
adult co-ed cheerleading contest?
Yes.
Of course.
I love that answer.
Of course I did.
Glued to it.
Why his team is what? What are they? 3 and 4?
4 and 5. 4 and 5. Is it possible? They're losing record right now.
It's a losing record.
Bowl game in active jeopardy. Yeah.
Got support.
Is it somehow? Is it weirder than it is? Is it weirder than it looks like? I've read some of the other stories that I'm not going to say.
Sure.
In terms of his girlfriend having control over him and yada yada yada. But Bill Belichick looks very out of place and hasn't sounded like himself recently.
I mean, you're talking to somebody I've been investigating that. I've published things about that. I'm like, I know too much about that.
That's what needs our attention.
You waited till the end, Joe, to get into the fucking Belichick, Jordan Hudson shit with me?
I know, like a jerk. That's what needs our attention.
You know how much I have to say about this? Every angle is interesting to me. He's the highest paid public employee in the state of North Carolina.
That's what he said. Exactly.
When he was putting her in a yoga pose, he was like, every angle is interesting. He's the highest paid public employee in the state of North Carolina, $10 million a year. Okay. He took over a basketball school and sold them football, and he's been a humiliation. And so the question is, how did he get here? To me, that story is so great because you have this guy who was the spitting image of one way of living your life in public.
Yeah.
Do your job, right? No distractions. He had like Art of War quotes behind him at his office in Gillette Stadium. He was privacy. He was, I'll bench Malcolm Butler. I'll do whatever the fuck because he's not into this team, right? Press conferences with Belichick, like a grunt would be like a good quote from him.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, he is living his life in the opposite way. Like the question I have is
nuts.
CTE maybe?
You think he looks nuts?
It does look nuts.
Well, the question I have
Optics only.
I don't think so.
For all the reasons you just said.
I think that
optics wise,
Well, because we've all had 27-year-old pussy before, so we know it gets
24 in this case.
Oh, I haven't had. Well, I did have some of that.
Yo, but think,
I was much younger. I was much younger.
Once upon a time.
Sorry, John, let me just get my recorder out. How old was the pussy, Joe?
But think about what you said. In the sport that's the biggest sport in the world, a basketball school, let's just say he turns that program around. You can't hire somebody with a better resume. If he comes out and turns that program around, that school now makes hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're only giving him $10 million a year. That's a bet that you take.
Well, he hired his sons.
I was about to say, who's the heir apparent, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that's a bet that you make as that school 10 times out of 10.
That was what the people on the board of trustees. So it was interesting, right? The athletic director actually didn't want Belichick. The chair of the board of trustees apparently did because they wanted to shoot the moon. They said, football is the future. We just had this whole conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
What if we win at football? It's just different than basketball.
It
even
is
for
way
Carolina,
different.
even for Michael Jordan's North Carolina, it's different, right?
Yeah.
Now, the reason I was told that Belichick did not get any NFL jobs, right? So logically, you'd think also, like, isn't it weird that, like, he reaches the end of the line with New England and he can't get a job in the NFL? It's because, A, he wanted to be the GM and the coach.
And wasn't a very good GM most of his tenure.
And what NFL teams told me is that what they stopped trusting was Bill Belichick's ability to surround himself with the right people. As in, they didn't trust who he would bring into the building. And there are lots of ways to evaluate a coach and how good they are, or a GM and how good they are. And one of them is their tree.
Yeah, for sure.
Bill Belichick's coaching tree is it is as existent as Kawhi Leonard's.
Yeah, dead ass.
It's
never worked.
All these guys try to do Bill Belichick karaoke when they get a full-time job,
Facts.
and they fail.
Yeah.
And so at this point, the thing that I think about in terms of like what's so weird about this guy who lived his life in public one way and is now living his life in public in a totally opposite way is that he gets thrown out of the NFL, and part of the reason is they don't trust who he's going to be around. And so when Bill Belichick is now flailing at Carolina, what I think about is, God damn, they supported him in New England. He had the people around him to make up for all of the ways he was deficient. Like Bob Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, once said, he is an idiot savant. He is a savant in football, the greatest defensive strategist in the history of football. And yet he's a total idiot in lots of other ways. And we're seeing the idiot in control.
And I think
he cares.
I see that about most
Also,
geniuses.
the big thing is he was very, very good when he had the best quarterback that we've ever seen.
Ever lace up sneakers.
And when he didn't have Tom Brady there, he was not very good, respectfully.
Well, what crushed him, right? So Tom Brady leaves and immediately wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Microwaves a Super Bowl.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, how many years has he been there?
Carolina?
been
This
where?
is year one.
Yeah.
You can't turn a college program around in 1 year.
No, you
so
can't.
I don't think he's flailing. I think that's
4 and 6 is rough. I think that's big.
That's actually
Dog,
not bad.
That's not bad
You letting
for
your
your-
girlfriend walk all across the field.
And guess
You
what,
got
Joe?
on the sideline with headphones like she's the
Joe,
co-owner.
and the
Get it up.
alumni could care less if she came out there in a tutu if they are going to bowl games and winning bowl
But
games.
they're not, which is why this is a
He's only
conversation.
been there a
It's
year.
year one though.
He's been there a year.
Oh.
That's not.
If they're 8-2, no one's having this conversation. You're saying.
At
Buddy,
all.
before he played a game, there were people that didn't believe he would be there for the duration of his contract anyway. So there is reason for concern. Is all
What
I'm saying.
I know, and what I'm saying is, in college football is so big that schools are changing conferences that used to be great basketball conferences to go to other football conferences to play better teams because the money in college football is just exponentially higher than basketball. Like the Big East used to be the shit in college basketball growing up.
Yeah.
They've broken up the Big East for college football. The teams are moving around for college football. If Bill Belichick goes to North Carolina and is successful 2-3 years, they get all of their money back, plus some.
There's a way to look like you're about to be successful. I don't want to do the back and forth,
I hear you.
but there's a way to look like you're about to be successful, and part of that is resembling what you looked like when you had success. Not getting to college and just doing whatever the fuck you want, hiring the son, girlfriend got headphones, I'm not at the facility. That's all I'm saying. I have two quick questions I want to ask you.
Yeah.
You mentioned Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
Do we know the truth about that you could spill? Because I want to know. And my second one is, do we know the truth about the Pete Carroll fucking Super Bowl throw instead of Marshawn? That's all I want to know, and then I'm done. Then I'm done.
I like that.
Then I'm done.
You don't know that?
Huh? I want to know the truth from somebody who investigates the shit. Pablo finds out. Joe don't find out. Joe just assumes and comes to talk shit about y'all.
It's a slightly less catchy title for a podcast.
But very accurate. In this
But
case.
honestly, I appreciate the journalistic transparency of that presentation. I will say, because I am trying to solve these mysteries, that my investigation is ongoing, but that Malcolm Butler has, I think Malcolm Butler was what's the way I want to put this? I think he was done dirty. I think Bill Belichick, his ego dictated that, as we've seen from him before, he's bigger than any one player, and he benched Malcolm Butler. I don't have anything along the lines of like, Malcolm Butler's dad got murdered in a car and they had to go like sideline him because of gambling. I just think sometimes coaches and players have these head-on collisions, and one guy says, and I'm going to accident. God, this is an inappropriate quotation of Donald Sterling, but it's like,
Oh, God. Be very
Way to
careful.
end it.
different quote.
Way to end it.
Different quote.
Okay.
Different quote. Different quote.
Parks.
Who makes the game? He said that once. Who makes the game? Is it you, players, or is it the people who are the executives? And I think there's a very top-down militaristic perspective that Belichick has that is not dissimilar from actually Stephen A. in terms of like, you can change out all the pieces, but the star is right here. I think that's the Malcolm Butler story. The Pete Carroll thing is just that.
Just a dodo call.
I mean,
Nothing more about it.
I've read analysts. I think they ran the play previously in the game and it was successful, but dude read it on the goal line and jumped the zone perfectly.
Marshawn Lynch
Well,
just
the play
caught
right before it.
Marshawn Lynch just caught a 60-yard pass, right? Marshawn Lynch gets you to the goal line. Marshawn Lynch was going on a crusade to not speak to the media. So we had to have another NFL MVP because Marshawn Lynch at the Super Bowl was
that's
not
a
going to talk
conspiracy,
to the
okay.
media after the Super Bowl.
See, I don't believe that.
I don't know.
I think
I don't
it's
believe
that's a
deeper-
fun
it's-
conspiracy, though.
It's deeper than that. I believe there's a
Okay.
conspiracy. I don't believe it's
Okay.
that. The media, but there's something there. I don't know.
It's a lot
if
of
you want to tell me
MVP
off air, I'm
he won't
fine.
speak to the media.
The reason why it is a lot of business tied up to talking after the
Yes.
Super Bowl. Even the camera, whoever the MVP is, I'm going to Disney World. That's business that they got. And if you're not going to play part with the business,
This stubborn
we
motherfucker
can't have the camera
not
in your
get the
face.
Disney World ad.
Wait, so
not
you,
speak-
just so I'm understanding, you're saying to punish him.
Not to punish him.
to
It's
conduct business.
we still think we can win the game, but we can't have you be the MVP. So let's let somebody go out and win the
So at
game.
the 1 yard line, we're gonna throw it.
Yes, because Marshawn Lynch, again, for the better part of 2 or 3 years, would get on the TV and people would ask him questions, and he'd say, "Yo, I don't
He
do
says, "I don't
interviews."
get
They
fined.
started finding him,
I'm here so I don't get fined. I get it.
and so
I'd
now
like
you
to
win.
officially not co-sign that theory now that I think about it more.
Okay, cool.
I think that's
Yeah. I'm not with that one. There's something in there. There's something in that spaghetti. But
the Pappardelle, you mean?
Yeah, the Pappardelle.
Good one.
I'm Pablo again. Thank you so much for taking your time to come
amazing.
here.
Word.
This was fun.
I love how organic this happened. I love everything about this. Make some noise
Clap
for
it up.
Pablo
Clap it
Torre,
up.
please.
Go watch Pablo Torre Finds Out. It's a great show. I love it.
Subscribe. It's on YouTube, all that shit. One of the rare good things to come out of Twitter is the afternoon we spent together in the Pappardelle that I'm currently digesting.
I couldn't agree more. Our door's always open. Pablo's now a
Anytime
friend.
you need an investigator.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, we need some shit.
You actually need to get into some of these music business things, but
I was going to say, I'm looking to expand my business.
there you go.
Oh God, we'll talk off air. Yes, music. That's where we'll make our bones at.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Hey, we're back.
We bike.
Yeah, the phrase no one on this cast loves to hear. Don't touch that dial.
I mean,
We'll be
after
right-
2 hours, yeah, we might.
Yo, first of all, I'm here to let you know. First, Pablo was great.
Yes, he
bodied that
was.
shit.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I loved that shit he was talking up here. So shout out to him.
For sure.
I'm very excited to be able to fucking be on bullshit right now. That was great.
It was.
That was great. I learned a lot. It was informative.
But yeah.
Y'all know why I'm here. Y'all know why I'm here. Listen, audience, I don't know if you keep up with Mona outside of here. You should. She's amazing. But if you do, her clips when she leave here are through the moon. She's the greatest. Them other niggas breakbeat, they have years to know how to utilize Mona, which is get out her way, let her talk. We're still being acclimated, right? We're still learning her. So
They
right?
still want me to shut the fuck up.
No, that's not
No,
don't do that.
no,
Don't do
no,
that.
no.
We wanted the
We want the unfiltered. Just
yes.
go ahead.
Y'all think you ain't got unfiltered for me?
Nah,
so
not
far?
like it's levels.
Nah, when you leave
Stop,
here,
bro.
It's levels.
and when you get with Phelps,
You know how many
when
times?
Phelps is on the side talking, getting you in your bag, you done killed Nicki, you've killed Offset. Like, you got a kill list. You do got a kill list that gets into play, but we'll get into that later. Happy to have Mona here looking alive, fresh, ready to fucking work. Her and Mark still awake right now. Make some noise. Make some noise. Her and Mark still awake right
You know
now.
what it is, Joe? When I think I can speak for Mona on this.
Look, you're a dick. Come on.
What?
You about to say some dickhead
No,
shit.
no, I'm not. I'm about to send you some love.
Oh.
I think when you shouted us out in the Rolling Stone, it made us feel valued and loved, and it really inspired us.
I feel seen.
I felt seen.
Like-
Yo,
That's the word.
I feel like I had a dad.
That's the word.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I felt seen.
Yeah.
Did y'all read the names, right? Y'all seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it.
Did it feel good?
It's
It
a
did.
big
Felt
deal.
amazing.
Then you said Parks is most tenured.
So I
I
feel
used to
like
be
a
my
person.
friend forever. I was like, oh, you know what, my nigga.
Yeah. Nothing like
Was
it.
that like a? Was
you
that
couldn't
like
really
a?
read it, right? Because reading it, you didn't come up. But my point was, I want to clarify this, like, because they made it sound like I was like, Parks is the engineer. But I was like, Parks is like, my engineer. Like, it's friendship that
Yeah.
you was the friendship that
Yeah.
Ish was like, friendship is the fabric. I don't think I forgot any friends.
No, you listen. You did that. You made, as your friends, we feel good.
Nobody was
All right,
listening.
I did it right there. I learned from my mistakes. In the past, I left names out.
Yeah.
True.
This time, we got it. My Mona
Nailed it.
Love was up in that piece.
I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Had Mona up in there.
Yeah.
Flip. Yeah,
It's
shout-
funny.
shout-
Mona hadn't even signed yet when you when you did the interview. I mean, and you still shouted her out. That was amazing.
How you know when I signed, nigga?
Okay, he did this back in August.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, so
How
he was
you know when I
he was
signed?
even thinking about people who didn't work here yet.
Yeah, you didn't even start.
How you know?
He's
But I
so
started in September. So.
Yeah, that's
he
what I'm
did
saying.
this
It was
in
fire.
August.
That's how much
Y'all
he loved
think
you.
I signed and I
Then we
started
did
the
this
day
shit
I
last
signed?
March.
Yeah.
It was foresight and premonition involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
been working at this for a little while. That's
Yeah.
why it works, I think, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
Because it's working.
Anyway, man.
Now, what do you do when they don't fall for the bait?
Oh, they're too simple. Next,
It's in the air.
Stage 2. Amani, how you feeling? We just cooking.
Big E.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm just here for y'all fucking jokes, right? That's what y'all think I'm here
E.
for?
Roddy.
I'm checking on you, man.
You my man.
Y'all think I'm just here for y'all giggles and shit?
What are
huh?
we getting about? What do you mean?
Okay.
Say
I
more.
got it. We can move on.
Never.
Before I air one of you niggas.
I wanted to start with you and Mark, but in a moment of praise, like, I saw the interview with you and Mark and Raymond.
Oh, that
Kind of
was
get
fun.
picked up by some blogs. I wanted to ask you how you felt about it.
That's
Come on.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah, he made
Come
news.
on, come on,
That was a great interview you did too.
come on.
All eyes
Nigga,
on
you
me.
can smile, nigga. God damn.
Yo, don't
y'all want me to
do
do?
all that
What
sensitive,
you talking
serious
about?
shit, nigga. We
What y'all
playing
want me to
around.
do?
No, that's smile, nigga.
We not serious
I'm
with
glad to
Pablo,
get some
nigga. We
praise.
want to joke around now.
Other people picked up your shit. That's dope.
That's dope.
Oh yeah, you out
Hollywood
here.
Locked. A couple places picked it up. Yeah.
That was dope. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. And thank you for shouting me and Raymond out in the.
Of course. I appreciate it, you
Yeah,
guys.
it made us feel seen.
It feels good to have y'all support.
Yeah.
He made me
it's-
talk like any wrong move in here, one of y'all will get
Oh, he about to set it off at any moment.
out. Like, watch your fucking tone with this nigga.
I think
man.
that's on his fucking short-term goal list.
It gotta be at least his
Slide
last day
somebody in
goal.
here.
It gotta at least be the
On
last
camera.
day.
Yes.
On camera. Yeah.
Yes.
Why would y'all think that?
You mean
'Cause you feel like
Really?
niggas been
look
playing
like
with
you
you
want
for
to
too
punch
long.
somebody in the face?
Is it raining in here?
Exactly.
It's cold. It's cold though.
It is
One. I
cold.
mean,
It's cold.
drizzling. They got
It
his
went
hood
from
on.
very hot to very cold.
Got his
Yeah.
hood on talking to his friends. Go
It's
ahead,
cold.
boy.
It's cold.
My main man. Listen, just a few things I wanted to get to. And if you guys have stuff y'all want to get to, that's fine.
There's some Summer Walker tea brewing.
I want to
but-
talk about Summer Walker.
Few things you want to get to.
They said
What you
home.
talking about, nigga?
Yo, I want to address that for a minute.
Yo, bro, keep it moving. It's a joke. Okay, you can keep it going.
Some jokes have truth.
Not that one.
Some jokes
It's all
have
right.
truth.
It's all right.
They say that a joke isn't really funny if there's not some level of truth.
Oh,
I
well.
want.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
I only need you guys' full and unimpeded cooperation for another year. After a year, we can all be home by 5. We can all, you know what I mean,
What the
go
fuck do
outside.
that mean?
It means I have 2026 being a very transformative year. That's what it means.
Is everybody in it?
For everybody in it, yeah. I have 2026 being a transformative year for each and every person in this room. Actually, I had some questions I wrote down.
Let's hear it.
Oh, shit.
This is always a fun exercise.
I had some questions I wrote down for y'all. But answer them as friends.
See?
That's the loophole, guys.
No, my friends will take me serious though. Seriously.
Sure,
Come on.
sure.
Come on.
Don't put it like you're talking about me.
Yeah,
Because these
'cause
questions have nothing to do with me.
You're rarely into some messy bullshit.
Yeah,
These aren't messy questions.
Oh, okay.
My first question, I'll just give them all to you. There was 3 questions.
As friends.
Okay.
As friends, not as if you work here with me. I'm looking for honest answers, seriously.
Of course.
Question number 1. How many plays do each of you have in motion right this very second? I'll give you all the questions so you can think.
That's fine.
Question number 2. How do you let your business partners, not me, don't be stupid right now. How do you let your business partners know that today is a new day? And lastly, what constitutes or dictates or indicates a new day for you?
Damn. These are real questions.
Those are great questions.
Yeah.
These are serious questions. Please don't do the, oh, Joe's my boss shit.
No.
I'm being serious.
How
many plays do you have in motion right this second? I'll start out. For me, there's never a moment where I'm not running at least 5 to 7 different plays. Depends about how it shakes out. This very second, I'm running more than I've ever ran, which made me want to ask y'all. This very second, I probably have 10 to 15 just things.
Damn.
That are already
I got
in motion?
five- I
or
got
that
5
you're-
that I
you're-
can think
you're-
of.
Yeah, that's my number.
I got 5 that I can think of.
I got like 4 or 5.
I got 2 in a pop.
I'm thinking about 3
Game
in
of
pop.
spades.
E?
I'm about, want to say 4.
Ish?
As I'm thinking now, yeah.
No.
That's not true.
Why?
It's gonna itch every time. I love it.
He's a fucking jerk, yo.
He's asking
like
questions like the
fucking
feds
jerk.
in here.
I ain't mad though. I
Bull
get it.
left is you can
Bitch, you
tell
do
it.
not have 0 plays in motion. Nobody's gonna interrupt by. He's so private.
He wearing a play.
He literally wearing instruments in gear telling somebody got to have a play.
He's wearing a play.
He wore a play last time, too.
Are you serious? That's your answer? 0. He's such a bitch.
Oh, man.
Pablo's out the building.
I could name 2.
He might watch this part of the episode, though. He's on it.
I can name more
Yeah, I
than 2.
can-
I'm just saying off the top that I
I
know.
cannot name more than 2.
That's not true, Ish.
No, I can name 3. No, 4. I'm done. 4.
You can name 4 and I can't name 4. That's amazing.
I can name 2 easy.
Ish is still from the school of
Don't
you
talk
keep
about
it
it, be
all
about
private.
it. Yeah,
Keep
which
your
is
cards
good.
close
That's
to your
smart.
chest.
I've never seen somebody as private as Ish that's as talkative as Ish. He is such a fucking anomaly to me.
That's a set skill.
That's actually dope.
You talk a lot.
That's a good
not
way
tell
to
your business.
summarize
It's
Ish.
like skill.
How do you let your business partners, and skip Ish this time, how do you let your business partners know it's a new day?
Directly as you can. As directly as you can, but I think a lot of shit is through action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change behaviors.
Change behavior.
Yeah. I've never really had any.
Business partners.
Yeah, very few.
Self-made millionaire. Boy.
No, like,
Fuck y'all talking
you know, back in the day, it's a conversation. Like you try to start off either with a joke or I start off with some real sentimental lovey shit.
I try not to do either of those things because
And
that
then
muddies the waters.
and then go into it.
Right.
But
I try to be as direct as possible. Shit's changing. The
The
order
last
operations.
line in my Rolling Stone piece was, I thought it was powerful, but I stand by it. It's fucking, because of the music industry, yada, 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 I won't allow myself to be treated the way I was treated yesterday. Tomorrow is a new day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was a perfect way to summarize what they was getting off.
The last 10 years of your career.
Well, who was getting off? What,
They
Rolling
was talking
Stone
in
was
the piece.
getting off?
In the story that they were telling, and to the people that were going to be reading it, I thought that last sentence was important to all of my business associates, every last one of them. Every last one of them. None of them off the table, I'll be honest. Yeah.
Play with me and I'm not going for none of that.
Today ain't yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking for me. It just ain't yesterday. I'm done. I feel really empowered today. The days of me convincing anyone of anything, they're over, yo.
I agree with that. I
They're
relate to that.
gone.
I relate to that.
I'm not in that space, but I admire that. I want to be in that space.
And that's like oozes off of you. That's why when I say like being up here, like it's like motivational because you like it's in your chest. Like nigga,
Yeah, I carry it like
I'm
that.
Joe Budden, nigga. Like I like that. Like for me, them questions to be a little candid. I had my own podcast for like 4 years, and we started off. It did really well. Just went up, like no paid promotion, no nothing. It just went up, and then it went down. But and it was the energy of it. It was people I was working with. Like I noticed, I looked around, and everybody around me was taking from the pot, but nobody was putting in the pot, and that literally severely affected the podcast to the point, even me, like I'm on the bitch, like like I'm drained.
Yeah.
Like realizing how important the team is. Also, I'm real big on like, oh, I got this opportunity, I can share it with you. Like, oh, you can come and you can come, and that is legit the worst thing you can
Loyal
ever
to a
do.
fault.
And I don't even know like why I got like that and
You
how
think that?
far. For me, it was a mistake.
It can be.
It's like, especially in a situation like this, it's like I went viral overnight, and like I built this by myself. This wasn't a planned thing. I wasn't in choir in 7th grade. I never did anything, similar, right? So for me to get with niggas that had no experience at what I'm doing, it made no sense. Who gonna teach who? Who gonna pull up who?
Mm-hmm.
You got people that's banking off of your popularity, your celebrity, you know what I mean? Or your talent, because I am funny. That's the thing. It's like I would tell people, look, just put me in front of the camera and be funny. But it's not that. It's not that. It's not that easy or whatever. So for me,
Same applies to music, by the way.
yeah. Oh, see.
Yeah.
Now, and I feel like it's similar, especially when you come from the ghetto. You just want to help people. You're like, I'm gonna bring you with me or whatever. But for me, being a woman, it's like the way I had to do it probably different than the way y'all had to do it or whatever. And no matter what, I'm gonna always be seen as the bitch or I'm being nasty or whatever. Nikki did an interview years ago and she said that, and I remember that. It stuck in my head, and I totally knew because I fired niggas this year. Like people had to go. People that I called my brother. People that I, was like my family. And listen, the test is, are you still my brother after I fire you? Guess what, Parks?
Oh,
Ain't shit, a nigga. That ain't my brother.
let me answer it for you.
Yeah. But I'm learning, so it's like, I remember Lo told me a long time ago, like, yo, Wallow, you trying to pass the ball too fast. You gotta get the ball in and then you pass it. Once you get there, you trying to pass the ball, too fast. And it's like, oh, okay. Like I get it. Like I see where I fucked up at or whatever. But now I feel energized, And that's why this job was different than just like a check or a job. It was like I want to learn some shit from being around greatness like that.
That's when the new day normally comes for me. Like, I've attained some information that I didn't have before. I have a different knowledge and understanding about the space. I stand in a different space. Yesterday's just not. It's not the days of being at Complex and giving them a pitch deck of, hey, I'll start a network here and I'll do 5 podcasts. It'll be me and Gil and Ice Name and fucking Ack and then we'll do all this for 40 grand and still getting a no. Like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck y'all. It's like anytime today that I'm spending convincing, I feel like I could spend doing because I could do it now. Like I got it now.
Yeah.
I got it. Like I got the information. I got the financial ability to, if you don't believe, move.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll or get rolled over, nigga.
Watching you and also Ian, because I tend to talk to Ian a little bit more about this stuff, but it's all one big piece for me. I've learned a lot of lessons this year that I'm going to try to apply for 2026. And I think some of it comes down to underestimating what all of us, not just me, what all of us are kind of capable of, and underestimating the value we have to our industries, to the people. You know what I mean? I was talking to Ian maybe last week, and he was basically like, you give too much shit away. You know, he was like, don't value views over subscribers, just as an example. You know what I mean? Like, you give too much shit away. People will pay for this if you make it clear that you value it, they'll value it.
Conditioning you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just never thought about things in that way before, you know, and it's helpful, you know, but that comes to establishing new boundaries for what you're willing to do and having new expectations for yourself that I didn't have. Even when you and I were talking, E, about setting Patreon prices, it's the same thing. It's just like, what do I think this thing is worth? What do I think people will think it's worth? And if I'm selling, if I communicate that I think it's worth this, then they'll buy into it. And I've struggled with that. So watching y'all do this has actually been really helpful for me.
Anyone else?
No, that makes sense.
No, anyone else want to speak to the topic?
Oh shit. I kind of think the approach for me has been the biggest thing, of being more comfortable and just taking chances and letting that be clear to everybody, and also being very comfortable in finding moments to enjoy doing the team stuff, but then also wanting to showcase a level of self that maybe I wasn't so confident in doing before. So leaning more into that, and then letting anybody know who's involved, like, that's what this is. This is my shit.
When I came,
and I haven't been comfortable with that in the past. It's been more comfortable to be a part of team. So now just being able to say to people, yo, this is my shit. And if you fuck with it, but that's how we moving forward.
You can hide in
and
the
you
team.
stepping into it too. When I was on set, when Raymond and I, like you showed like a kind of ownership over it, and a kind of like it felt like, yo, this E shit.
Like, it's his baby.
Yeah, and it felt good. Just like when I watched you at Life After. Like it seems like you're growing into this.
You know
and
what's
feeling
funny?
more comfortable.
I told Flip the other day, and I think the best education without having to ask them for the education is just being up here and working with Flip.
Word.
Like being outside, really working with him. And a lot of people kind of wonder, oh, why was you so? I learned a lot from watching how he operates and the difference between him and how Joe moves, and being able to implement what makes sense for me, and the things that they do that I do want to kind of piggyback off of, and certain things I don't want to do. Like even just how we record. A lot of that is learned from just the education I got from being around here. So yeah, it's dope. It's dope to be able to have that, and to also be a part of something that allows you to get that knowledge and embrace you doing that and going out there and getting your own. So yeah, that's the statement. This is my shit, and anybody that won't fuck with me, they gotta really fuck with me.
That's what I think is very dope about being up here. Like, y'all push niggas to go do it.
Yeah,
like a lot of places don't want that. They're not gonna help
They'll
you.
encourage it.
Yeah, hell no.
Right, the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Or they'll lock you in. No, you got to be here if you want to do that.
Yeah. I'm also reminded of the value of asking questions. Like you mentioned Flip. Like I can call Flip, or I'll pull Flip aside up here, or we talk on the phone, whatever, and he gives me advice. You know, I can ask you. I don't ask you as often, which I probably need to lean on you. I probably need to more, because there's times I'll be like, I wonder what Joe would do, but I don't ask. You know, Ian, I could, you know, I've asked you about. It's like everybody gives advice, and when you're in your own world, because all of us kind of do our own worlds. We're used to people coming to us for stuff, and like when you enter these new spaces in the new year, you kind of got to be a student again. And getting comfortable being a student again is something I had to kind of recalibrate and do, but it's been helpful.
And learning how to monetize is a thing, because when you talk about views over subscribers, it's like when you first start going viral, that shit feel good. So it's like once
Yes.
you achieve that, and then you cracking at least $1 million a day or $1 million a week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I consistently went viral from the beginning. So it's like you get like addicted to it almost.
Mm-hmm.
When you
The
think,
dopamine.
yeah, that dopamine shot. So it's like when you kind of think about like, okay, if it's for sale, it won't be viral, but this money go in my pocket. Oh,
Right,
okay,
yeah.
I like that, right?
Right.
So I mean, you know, but I totally can see how niggas, because a lot of people on social media never learn how to monetize. I know plenty of people that are fucking dead broke and they are constantly viral. They just don't know how to do it. And it's like with me, I was gonna figure it out some kind of way, but it was always around the actual video. So I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna sell a T-shirt.
That was me.
Versus
You use
selling
this
the
to branch
fucking
off it.
video. Yeah, like
Yeah.
That was me. And the only thing that converted me was when I would go on TikTok and see, like, that CNN cheesecake video has been viewed on different platforms literally tens of millions of times. I've never made $1 off of it.
Yeah.
But I go on TikTok and some high school kid is
It's
making
killing it.
Yeah, killing it.
Yeah.
Or reenacting it. And there's lots of videos like that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like at some point I was like, well, shit, everybody else is making money off this
Yeah.
shit. You know. But again, it was like, well, at least people saw it.
right,
You know, but now it's like, fuck that.
right.
Yeah, and I think that's a scary place to be. I was going to tweet yesterday, but I didn't because I'm done giving game away.
Why?
Because
Fuck them,
people
as long as you give it to me.
voluntarily. I'm nuts. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Twitter's
I'm
also
nuts.
a cesspool, so
Get it, get it how you get it.
Uh-huh.
The game's to be sold, not to be told. But I was going to tweet fucking. We're pretty high in the tech game, and they keep calling it podding.
That's a great fucking point. That's a great fucking point.
So the visibility and the virality of it, cute, but we got to gain more understanding of just exactly what you in control of when you do those things. And I just feel like anybody with me is about to win. I mean, take it how you want. Sorry, I feel like that. I feel like that. I'll die before the niggas with me lose. That's just not going to happen. It's just in me. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. I can feel these things. There's something in the air for 2026. There is. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it in ways that I ain't been excited in past years. Like the eagerness to do it. Not what will come or the result, but
Just to get in it.
to do it.
Yeah.
To do it.
Yeah.
Move out the way. I've heard enough. I got enough. Earned enough. Got the crew. Did the Kim test. We did. Hey, we fought. Hey, this person left. This person. Okay. Great now.
Now
That's exciting to me. Anyway.
Joe, who do you look to? Who do you talk to? Who do you lean on for advice?
Well, advice on what?
The domain we're talking about right now, particularly around growth, expansion, your business. Who do you lean on? Who do you learn from?
It's usually me and Ian in the war room. It's normally me and Ian in the war room. If it's something that we can't come up with, then we go to the person that we can. We got a fucking war chest of really smart people. Like fucking my lawyer is smart. My business accountant is smart. We've gathered relationships through all of these places. Some of these people are in different places today, but depending on what the info is, but it's normally me and Ian in the war room. That's just it. No contract.
For real, yeah.
I have no contract with Ian. There's nothing that binds him to me. There's nothing that binds me to him. The things that me and him communicate about, what be at stake, I can't even, she be hearing it because we just be on the phone. Me and Ian on the phone all day. But for two people to have that type of he's the madman that I am on the creative side in the back. So, right, people think they could try to split us up or divide us, or hey, let me speak to Joe about this. But it's like, no, we're both lunatics.
Yeah, I tried.
We're both psycho
didn't work.
lunatics.
Yeah.
You try what?
Them niggas talk to each other.
Hey, what y'all saying? I can't hear y'all.
It's not important.
I said them niggas talk to each other like, you know, like. Yeah.
But I encourage everybody who is looking to take certain steps. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it without Ian. I wouldn't be able to focus here and just creatively without him. I encourage everybody to find their kind of business soulmate. I don't want to. I'm like, that's my friend, but Ian might really be like my business soulmate. He's seen me unraveled. He's seen me throw shit at him. Like he like there's nothing that me and him back to the fucking being in the fucking the wormhole, the fucking
War room.
yeah. Just I encourage everybody to have
It's not easy to find it.
that
Nah, it's not.
right person
It's not
or
easy.
be
Because the
looking
stakes
for
are so
that
high. Like,
person.
yeah, I'm sorry. The stakes are high. I'm here thinking about what Parks just said about it's hard to find. Like when you date, looking for your soulmate. You don't date, doesn't work out. You just move to the next person. You get the wrong business partner, it's over.
It's the
you can
trust
lose everything.
part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't trust them. And the
I've
stakes
never
is
had real management. Still, not once.
I've never
I
had
don't trust
management.
niggas. Like I just do not. I'm supposed to trust you to go get my fucking money. Bitch, I'll kill you.
And see,
I think about that day one before you even fuck me over.
See, I feel I had that. I had it. And rest in peace. When Hovain left, it was that was the bro.
You had management, good management.
Yeah. And again, it's a trust thing. Like I've known that nigga for before he was in management.
And
I
when
watched
he
what
was
he did.
managing, was you potting? Like he was managing potting?
yeah.
Okay.
And like we had shit lined up and meetings. Like we've done things just in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he passed, it was like fuck. Like I don't have how I'm gonna get that with somebody else.
Right.
Again, this is somebody that I've known for over a decade.
Damn. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah. So it was just like, I
All
don't
of us,
trust
we
it.
all knew.
Yeah. Everybody, everybody fucking with Hovain. But it was just like, I don't know the rest of you niggas like that. And like you said, one wrong move, it's over.
It's over.
I asked the guests on that. I want to ask you, what tools do you use to choose that person? But I feel like there is no tools used to find your business soulmate. But what's good tips to how to pick management?
I can't tell you. If it were up to me, I would have never found him.
Yeah, I found him.
If I were using my own brain and my own devices in my friend group, I would have never found him.
He fought me on.
Parks was
hired him.
pitching Ian for mad long. I'm like, shut up. Get the fuck out of here. What do you know about some shit? And then when I met with Ian, not to turn this into what Ian glazed off, people I loved and trusted told me it would never work.
Mm-hmm.
It would never work. Did it anyway.
And
Did it
they're
anyway.
wrong.
Why not?
For you, that'll be the reason to do it. Somebody
Right.
like just knowing Joe's, yo, you do that, it'll never work.
No, I trusted these people. I'm saying these are people I trusted. Not just anybody saying something. People I would call for advice. Hey, what you think about it? Let me run something by you.
Nah, don't do that
Oh, that's
anymore.
not going to work. I know him. I know you. It's just disaster waiting to happen.
Ian's great.
That's how I went. It was disaster waiting to happen, and it was hiccups, but it changed my life.
Yeah.
It changed my life. There's nobody I would rather fucking have these conversations with. Another just lunatic. When I wake up at 5, we at it. We at it at 5. If I'm up at 6, we at it. When I leave here, we at it. She wanted lovey-dovey time the other day. Well, the last few days, but we in the war room now. We in the sorry babe, pause the show. Got to go talk for 90 minutes. Like I love this shit, man. I'm not playing in 2026. That's the point of what I'm saying. 2026.
You seem real excited.
And you're enjoying
I'm dog. We live in a fucking dream. Why? Let me not speak for y'all.
No,
Facts.
no,
we all are. We all are, man.
Yeah, I'm not taking this fucking
This is a
shit
dream.
for
I ain't
granted
gonna
at all.
play. I'm not gonna sit there and
It's
play.
different. I
Niggas
ain't
could
gonna-
joke,
drop dead tomorrow.
I ain't know
Nah,
what
that's what
y'all
I
was
be
talking
thinking
about
about.
at first. I know now.
Joe, what do you say to the fan who says, what does you not playing in 2026 mean for us? What can they look forward to?
A good movie. Because they don't never know. They don't get to see the nuts and bolts of it. If everything goes according to plan, maybe we do a journey or something and actually share with them. They'll get more content. All the fans are fucking self-centered. They just care about content.
Mm-hmm.
What affects me? What affects me?
They won't know.
Y'all,
until-
yeah,
never
y'all will
enough.
get a good year.
they
Y'all will
won't
get a
know
good
until
year the way you always get a
2027.
good year. Huh?
They won't know until 2027 at the earliest.
Exactly. Exactly. It'll be late. The fans, y'all will be good. Y'all have a special place in my heart. But some of y'all that have been here since day one, y'all know I'm not playing with these niggas. I'm not playing at all. Not this year, not 2026. Headed to 2030, like when you can see your 50s. That's my motivation. I don't care if you laugh at me because I can see my 50s.
Y'all like to eat a baby
I don't
too.
want no problem.
Y'all got them kind of fans too. I feel like y'all can eat a baby too.
We can
They
eat a
gonna
baby.
watch. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. The barbs, Nikki could go on live and eat a baby. head first. The Barb's gonna be in the comments like, well, what the fuck did baby do to her? You feel me? I think y'all have a similar like cult following like that. Like I feel like I've been blessed with that type of fan base too. The cousins, like they don't give a fuck where I'm at, they coming. You know what I mean? They're gonna come. They're gonna say we're here for her, we love her, you know. And if I do wrong or something, that people they don't care. I feel like y'all have a similar fan base where y'all could probably eat a baby. I don't think it's nothing y'all can do on this podcast that motherfuckers wouldn't. They're gonna talk shit, but they're not gonna not
They're
watch.
not gonna leave.
They're gonna come next week to see
analogy.
what you think about what they was talking shit about. Did they even notice that we were
I used to
upset?
say that about Donald Trump. Like, yo, he could spit in the kid's face on Fifth Avenue.
And he can.
Broad
He did.
daylight.
He
And
grabbed
won't
pussy
nobody.
all the time.
Won't nobody say
Can he
that.
not?
Yeah.
Is
They be like, yo, that baby was wrong. He shouldn't have been walking in the direction of the spit. Like, niggas
Period.
just
He
say.
called that reporter a piggy this week.
And nobody batted it on.
Ain't better eye.
He said, hold on,
The
Peggy. So
most
maybe her name was
class-
Peggy. I literally heard people say maybe her name was Peggy.
Yo, dog, the most classiest
Maybe her name was Peggy
representation
as
we've
Yeah,
ever had.
I'm not even joking. Like, yeah.
Yes, bro.
He's gonna
No,
find
he
a way
did.
to
He did.
justify some bullshit.
Yo, the most classless representation we've ever had.
Back in the day, the media room with gas. Now niggas,
Right.
China disease.
I'm sorry.
Shit
When he
be
called it
racist
Kung
as
Flu, though.
fuck. Kung Fu was crazy.
Kung Flu
Now the
was-
boy is talented.
Let's not
I never
pretend
said that.
That's crazy.
I never said the boy wasn't good
Kung
TV.
Flu was classic
Kung Flu
material.
was
I'm
funny,
sorry.
bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
Offensive.
That shit was funny.
Who wrote that shit for
That
him?
shit was
Because he
funny.
ain't that slick.
That shit was funny, bro.
That might have been him.
Yo, do you see do you see Trump talking positively about Mom Donnie?
Mom
That's
Donnie?
probably today while we record.
Yeah, I seen some clips. He was
Yeah.
looking up, smiling at him.
Yeah, they came out smiling. Mamdani was in the White House today. For those that don't know, visiting, meeting Trump. They got to understand it.
Should that be scary for New Yorkers? That's my only politics question right
Yes.
No.
Fix that nigga. Yeah.
now. No for Parks.
Yeah.
Yes for Mamani.
I say no.
No for Mark.
Yeah.
You can't turn him.
I say
right?
yes.
You can't.
Depending on, I ain't see it yet. If it looked genuine, yeah. If it looked like I'm just going through the motions, then no. Because I remember when Trump and Obama was sitting there shaking hands, kikiing, and it was like, Obama don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
So it was a different type of thing. If it looks genuine, yeah, I think so.
Okay. I don't have any more politics.
Neither.
That's it. That was the end for me.
Summer Walker.
You guys on? What you got?
Y'all see this complex list? I know we do a lot of lists, but I thought this one was interesting.
What's
Pause.
this?
We never finished Summer Walker.
We didn't start.
Well, we didn't start Summer Walk.
Oh, I thought we did.
No, we are.
Okay.
That was off mic. I'm coming.
Okay, my bad.
Complex did the 40 most motivational rap songs ever.
These niggas just looking for
Just
laughs.
I gotta say though,
Hey, yo, why don't you go back over there, yo, be the
They
chief
need
director of
you.
content or
They
some
need
shit.
you. This shit ass.
40 most motivational.
I like this one.
Except for the funny.
I kinda like this
Give me the
list.
top 10.
Top 10. I'm gonna give you the top 10.
I take it back.
Number 10, Kendrick Lamar, DNA. Most motivational.
Wait, what's motivational about DNA?
He's got more motivation.
We gonna be all right.
That should be, that might be, that's top 3.
You say motivation, I'm thinking
Let's take-
What the
self-destruction.
fuck? Wait, you lost me. What is motivational
it's
about
not,
DNA?
hold up, to be clear,
What the fuck?
motivational, not inspirational, not like I believe I can fly or some shit. More like
amp you up?
kind of get you hype, make
Oh,
you motivated.
Eminem lose,
Okay.
Eminem lose yourself, number 1.
Oh, that's not all right.
All right, that's
That could be
not
I think that's more
anything.
fun. I wouldn't care if it was just some inspirational shit.
All right, all right.
Fucking
Go
Future
ahead.
doing, Mark? The
16,
top 10?
March 16 nights, whatever that is.
March Madness.
March Madness is motivational.
Yeah, Mex with
Certain
my
niggas.
dogs. That gotta be up there.
Yo, March Madness get
March
party
Madness
at-
is motivational to the streets.
Hey, pump it up. Might be up there.
March Madness is a gospel song.
Yo,
See?
March Madness
You
get
see how
that.
stupid that is?
Get them all out.
It motivate that money to just get out of my pocket and
Y'all-
land on
y'all
some
know the top 10,
shit.
right?
All right, come on, top 10.
Wait,
it's
hold
top
up.
10.
Before you start, I want to at least try to get some of mine.
Okay.
All right. March Madness. Wait till I get my money right.
I got
Self-destruction. We headed for self-destruction.
lose yourself.
Oh, see, I
Of
see what
course,
they did.
lose
I see what
yourself.
they did.
Jeezy, and then what?
One of them T.I. early songs,
Jeezy
too.
got a couple of them.
Jeezy, Circulate. Jeezy has a few.
Jeezy got anthems.
All right, I want to hear. Fuck it.
All right.
He has thug motivation.
Good guesses. These are all good guesses. You know what? I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna give you 15. I'm gonna give you top 15.
Meat gotta
It's
be
worth
on
it.
there.
It's worth it.
They
All
go Philly
right,
shit.
number 15. Hate Me Now.
Yeah.
You hate
Okay.
me now?
Yeah.
No.
See some of the jokes I didn't think about till I
Yeah.
heard.
That's
Number
good.
14. Drake. Started from the bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, not mad.
Number 13. Nipsey. Hustle and Motivate.
Okay.
I like that.
It's in the
Yeah.
fucking
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Number 12. DJ Khaled featuring T-Pain, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and Ludacris.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
Khaled
Yes.
ever.
All I do is
Yeah,
I like
all
that.
I do is
Yeah.
win
Gotta
for
put that in there.
sure.
Got to, right? Number 11. This one surprised me. Eminem featuring Nate Dogg. Till I Collapse.
All right.
I don't know that.
Yes.
It's the
Boxers have come out.
Yeah.
Boxers have come out to it.
That's fair.
They do it.
Oh yeah, that song
It's
is
hard.
They do
You
it.
could tell what that was from this nigga singing.
Yeah.
I know the song.
Besties for real.
Well, no, it's a popular song.
Yeah, very.
I still didn't catch it.
Number 10, of course, like I said, was DNA.
Yeah.
Number 9, Tupac.
Which
Brenda.
No, who did that motivate outside of Kensington?
she's still on inspiration.
Tupac got tell me what album.
Ambition.
Like Tupac could do Ambition.
Ambition.
Yeah.
You
gotta be ambitious after that.
And bitches ever ride it?
Yeah, gotta be.
Motivate you?
Yes.
For what? Crack dealers?
What?
Listen, I don't know. I must know.
Yeah.
College
Sure.
must have hired somebody who knows what they're doing. It's not a bad list.
Okay.
It's not bad.
As I said, I like this list. I
It's
really
going
like
good.
the list.
It's going good so
Come
far.
on.
Number 8, Young Jeezy.
Featuring Kanye.
Yeah, I wasn't going. Yeah, featuring Kanye. So you already know. Put on.
Put
Okay.
on.
Put on.
That's good.
Number 7, Puff Daddy.
You can.
Not Benjamin.
Victory.
Benjamins?
Victory's not it.
Can't nobody hold me down.
Oh, victory. Okay.
Victory.
I like that.
I think that might should have been top 5. I ain't see the top 5 yet, but Victory.
That's good though. It's,
Let's see. You might feel different. You might feel
I
different.
don't know.
Number 6, Kendrick Lamar.
All right.
All right.
Gotta be.
gotta be up there.
I would have that higher, but I gotta hit the top 5.
Well, number 5,
Put Lil Russell on it.
The Diplomats.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, come on.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
That's
Oh,
good.
I'm ready.
Yes.
That's good. No, that's
Over
good.
Dipset anthem?
I'm sorry. Y'all,
Yeah.
But Dipset
y'all
anthem?
losing me on this.
Hell
Yes.
no.
I'm
no.
ready.
Yeah,
They got the wrong
Yes.
one.
That's how they got me in the jail for the longest. Lock me in the cell. I'm ready. Yeah.
I might die. I might
They might
die.
not take my top 5.
anthem, bro.
I'm not talking about the number.
Soon as
I'm
it
just
drop.
talking about what I'm ready does out here.
Everybody start leaning.
I'm not mad at the pick.
Sidebar, where that sample comes from, the real lady that sings that had a speech impediment and her lips were all twisted up.
So you don't do that on breakbeat. Motherfucker, and Nicki Minaj in the bars. You make me come over here and the lady.
This nigga don't watch the pod.
Had a lisp. Fuck moment, man.
This nigga don't watch that podcast.
Where we at, Mark?
What's 4?
Number 3. No,
Wait.
that was number 4.
No.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Number 4.
Number 4.
50 Cent.
It's so many with him.
what
Get
I
rich or
guess.
die trying.
Gotta be in the club.
No.
Wankster.
Nigga, it's fucking
What up,
the
gangster?
fucking
What up,
yeah,
gangster?
it's- Yeah.
Nope.
No.
If
What
I
you
can't
think?
do it
I'm
on
reading.
me,
Oh,
it
you're reading. Okay,
can't
I'm reading.
be done.
Hustler's Ambition.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Okay, yeah.
That was
yeah,
my
yeah.
shit.
That's not
It's a great list. It keeps
I'm
saying-
sorry.
That's not Hustler's Ambition.
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
I was a guess.
But yeah, but
The list be
what's
coming up with
Hustler's
shit you
Ambition?
forget, and then when you hear it, you're like, all right,
That's
I fuck with
good.
it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Light the fire, me.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's one right there.
America got
America
a
got a
thing
thing
for
for the
this gangsta
kids.
shit.
When that
When
shit
I
come
was
on,
out of town, that was us. Yeah.
That's when
I first
that
started
shit
selling
come on.
crack.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Like
Real
that.
shit.
That's number- what's
that
number
was
two?
Numero
really it.
3. Kanye West.
Can't tell me nothing.
Good
Can't tell me
life.
nothing. Gotta be.
Can't tell me nothing.
Good life.
Gotta be can't tell me nothing.
Can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a given.
All right, that's good.
Park's Wedding song.
Yeah, come on, man.
Number 2. Eminem.
Lose yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Number 1 about to piss me off probably.
Yeah.
'Cause you
Number
smile.
1.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Number 1. What do y'all think?
You got to give it to him.
I can't say the artist because you know
Give
the
me a
answer.
It
hint.
better not be Kendrick.
You got it's.
I can't give you a hint. I
It's-
cannot give you a hint.
It's legit.
Jay-Z? Is it
No.
Jay-Z joint?
No. Next
You can't
generation
give
Is
Hey,
rapper.
somebody
hold
been
on,
on the
hold
list
on,
again?
hold on.
Is it a
Generation after
repeat?
Jay-Z.
Is it a repeat of anybody else that was on the list already?
Nope.
Okay.
DMX.
No.
Nope.
T.I.
No.
Nope.
Fairly modern.
You said the generation after Jay-Z.
Yes.
And you said fairly modern.
And Greenhouse will go crazy when the
Future.
shit came on.
All right, I'll give you this a good hint.
Who sings the message?
In Philadelphia, we play this instead of the national anthem.
Oh, Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams and Nightmares.
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
I like that.
said Meek gotta be on the list. He number
You said
one?
it.
You know
I like
one.
that.
Billy, we in here.
I like that.
I'm not mad at that list.
I'm not mad at
That's
that.
a great.
I'm not mad.
It's one of the best lists I've read in a long
I
time.
want to put this on the playlist and drive home to it, actually.
Well, the top 15 they for sure.
Top 15 was solid, and like
Yeah,
I said,
that's-
all 40 were good. obviously when you get in the 40s, you be like, I might
Straight to that. I'm with you.
Or even in the top 10, the numbers could have been moved around a little bit, but
Hey, they got it right.
That was
I'm
a
not mad.
legitimate
They got the right
top
shit.
15.
Because when I copped the Aston Martin, y'all thought it was rented.
All right, now just for shits and giggles, let me
It
get
was
16
rented
or
when he
20.
copped it.
16 to 20.
Real fast. We going fast.
let me.
A Mobb
He
Deep
got a couple of
Mobb
type
Deep
of
joint got to
songs,
be in
though.
there.
That's a really good list.
It's a great. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite lists.
Oh, just send me the link. You ain't gotta
I
say
seen
it
it,
on
but
air.
20 was
So long.
March Madness.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
There we go.
19 was Hard in the Paint. Waka.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
18 was PSA. Hove.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
17 was Mama Said Knock You Out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
I'm
I'm not mad.
Good list.
Our generation, that was.
It's a really good list, bro.
It's a good
Not
list.
mad.
And number 16 was Work It.
Missy.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that either.
I challenge PSA what you don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Nah, PSA.
PSA.
Any song where he's telling 1 million, 2
Yeah,
million,
that shit-
3 million,
How's that
4
motivation?
in 18 months.
It's just too
40
slow.
million.
Yeah, but you know
slow,
what though?
though.
Yeah.
It's slow.
Yeah, PSA
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
a joint where even when Ho would do like a pop up somewhere, that was the one that they just played.
Yo, people love PSA. Dog.
PSA is-
like
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah,
rank
yeah.
PSA higher than I do. People really love.
When we was debating the
yeah,
the
niggas
versus
be
shit,
throwing
we was
PSA
saying,
around like
shit
that
just
shit
turned-
is just.
Salute to
Allow me to
who did this
reintroduce
list.
myself.
Hey, who
My
wrote
name
it?
is-
Yeah,
Salute
they got
to
it.
the
They
writer.
got
Or
it
is it
correct.
a staff thing?
I think it was a sad thing. I can't imagine one person.
This was a really good list.
Yeah,
bro.
shouts a good
Look,
list.
it's about 5
Complex.
people. It's 5 people, yeah. But shout out to all of them.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yo, this is. I'm going up the list.
Send me the link, one of y'all.
this
I'm about to
is-
make a
right now.
playlist out of
Yeah,
this.
put
When
it
they
like
do
on
these
the
lists,
list.
it's never one
You
writer.
will
When they
love
do
this
these
list.
lists,
No,
it's
I
always
think I'm
more
going
than one.
crazy.
No, sometimes it's just one person.
Yup. And sometimes they vote, which is usually when it turns out
Yup.
fucked up. That's when it be all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, come on, y'all going. All right, come on, y'all.
Now,
this-
just showed me a couple.
Nah,
real
it's
quick.
a
I see
really good list.
Trillville never ever up there.
All right, let's make that a playlist for us.
I got you.
Yeah,
Say
that'd
less.
be fire.
Yeah,
I have
really
it.
good list.
Y'all have it tonight.
This is a nice little gym list. I ain't gonna hold
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, dope.
Bro, I went to the gym last week. I couldn't fucking listen to nothing but God.
Yeah, my gym playlist, y'all don't want to hear what I be having these guys listening
Oh,
to.
nah.
It's
You don't be playing R&B in there, do you?
Yeah, I gospel. Joe.
No, like God
shit,
in
slow
heaven,
shit too.
Like, please,
no. Don't do that. Well,
bro,
sometimes.
Charlie
I don't think I know you.
No, sometimes. But for the most part, it's disco.
Oh, okay. That's
Not
up
that
tempo.
bad.
I,
Nah,
just,
Joe,
I,
that
think
ain't
I
that
get
bad.
the disco
That's
thing.
up-tempo.
I like
That's
this.
Nigga listen to the glow of love while squatting.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all work out with trainers?
Yes.
Yes.
I
My
have a trainer.
trainer
I don't, but-
kept, like, and I'm not, because I know I got in trouble when I had to go to HR for talking about my vagina a little bit. But he kept, like, that little weak ass pussy. Like, that was his, like, I'm like, bro, like,
Yo,
and I
he-
knew this
he
nigga,
relating
listen,
to you.
Listen,
He from
I
Philly?
knew this nigga, no, he's not from Philly, and I knew this nigga for a long time. And
Did he beat before?
he can sculpt. he has sculpted his body like he looks amazing, but like the verbiage, bro, like my
It's too
nigga,
much for you?
Why do you? Yeah, bro.
Weak ass pussy's crazy.
Come on, bro. He listen when we first talked because we had a little meeting
What are you
about.
doing with your- no,
listen,
Right, that
we
doesn't
had
make
a-
sense.
Let me explain it.
What kind of exercises are you doing?
Yo,
These
breakbeat
niggas-
would let her.
Sorry.
Come on, y'all.
See,
We got to
niggas
work.
going to your clip.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, real shit. Seriously. When we had a meeting about working out, which of course happened 6 months ago, it took me 6 months to lock in after the meeting. He says, like, just talking about how strength and you can lose weight, but that don't really mean shit, which I get. You want to build strength, and I really do. I want to be one of them strong bitches. I want to be, you know what I mean? And he was like, I'm gonna have you so strong, that pussy gonna grab a nigga. Like, that's what the reference he made. Like,
Oh, your pussy ain't know how to do that?
don't do that. Like a person walking past, nigga.
Oh.
Damn. So when I'm doing shit and he like, I don't know, I don't care. If y'all was working out and you doing a squat and niggas say them weak ass balls, you don't want to hear that. That's crazy.
It's
Fair,
gonna
fair,
make me
fair.
try to
My
Bro.
trainer said that to me. It
That
probably
nigga
just
made
last
me
day.
so like, yo, shut the fuck up. And you know what else pissed me off? I feel like when the person that you're working out is like playing or not trying hard enough, that's when you get to talking shit. But like, I'm competitive, so I don't even get it up. Like, I'm not ready to let you see me like bitch up in here. So it's like, if you say do a set of 30, whatever you say, and I did it, why the fuck is you calling it coochie weak? I did it.
I don't get what
But
the
that might be
coochie
what
weakness got to
but
do
that
with
might- that might-
anything.
That might be what he's using to motivate you.
Nah.
The fact that you are prideful and all that other shit. You like, fuck that. I ain't gonna let this nigga show me up. So
you gotta tell her about the coochie?
Dog, I don't
Is that even a good challenge? Does that make you want to go?
That's
Like,
what
I
I'm
don't get
telling
it.
you, friend. That's what I'm telling you, brother. It makes me want to say, what the fuck?
Like, you
Dog,
might
we in
tell
Planet
her-
Fitness, my nigga. Chill out.
You might
We
tell
gonna
her
get
escort
bored out this
that
bitch.
weak ass pussy.
Why
Like,
you
you
in
know what I'm
Planet
saying?
Fitness?
Like,
Exactly.
if you was good friends, he was like,
Berks, 'cause
weak
I
ass
don't
dick.
know that
Like, it
I'm
wouldn't make you
famous,
go
bro.
harder.
Wait,
I
are
had
you
to
really
take-
in Planet Fitness?
Don't do that.
Wait
That's
a
where he
minute. Are
wanted
you
to
really in Planet
meet.
Fitness?
Wait, for real, you
I
dead
have
ass.
I have a
Yo,
gym.
Mona, when she leave here, is on straight hood booker time, yo. Yo, this
$9.99.
Mona.
He wanted to meet at Planet
Dog, the
Fitness.
niggas don't even let you bring a gallon of water in Planet
Nigga,
Fitness.
they had quarter waters in the
Yo,
refrigerator
you
with
They
them.
cannot
got pizza up the front. That's the
Yo,
first part
that's
that fucked
crazy.
me up. Why
They
is
got what?
the pizza in here? Why is the pizza?
You
like
lying.
a fat, it's
Yo,
like a
you
fat
dead
bitch
ass?
temptation shit. Like, you gonna eat the pizza, you gonna do a squat, fat bitch. Soon as you walk in, this pizza and fruities. You know what I mean?
No, you lying.
I promise you, they have pizza in the front and little Tootsie Grape, strawberry, penny candy.
get you with the candy.
A bucket of penny candy
Why
and a
is
Domino's
this in the
pizza.
gym, my nigga?
Pizza, carbs in the gym.
That's
Well,
where
some niggas
he
need their
wanted
carbs,
to meet.
you know what I
I
mean?
can't tell him, okay, I don't want to meet, but you want me, and I don't want to be the bougie
We could
client.
get you a different trainer, but you will have to pay him different.
Yeah, trainer's
Okay.
called.
How much your
Like,
trainer?
well, money.
Huh?
How much your trainer?
Nick.
All right, cool.
She paid him.
You know Mona, man.
A nickel trainer.
Like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Nigga said a Nick.
Please,
He said, yo,
man,
I'm gonna
like,
give you
come on,
a
girl.
bundle a month, and I better lose 20 pounds.
I'm gonna beat you the
You
fuck
bitch
up.
ass nigga.
That nigga, that weak ass pussy. Like,
Yo,
what?
that's crazy to be.
Like, who are you talking
where
to?
It's
that
another
would make
trainer.
That's my nigga. If you watching, I love you, but that shit blew
Hey, yo,
me, bro.
it's
I
another
ain't
trainer
shout
I
my
be
trainer
watching.
out. Fuck her.
It's another trainer. That nigga be having the baddies too. That nigga told his girl, yo, come on. That's not what you was doing last night when you was squatting on that nigga. Yo.
No, he
He
was
be
hitting me
saying
with that
wild
shit,
shit.
too.
The trainer like, yo, sweetie, you look like a fucking bottle of Pepto-Bismol with that pink on. Where the fuck you think you
See,
go?
I
Yo,
don't
he be
need that.
wilding.
I don't need
But he
that.
got mad clients, yo.
Some
he be
people, I think it
going
depends on the person. I don't know about y'all. Do y'all prefer the trainer that's gonna be like, you small head, bitch, get up, nigga? I don't need that shit. Call me pretty, bro. Pat my back. Like, really, I don't have no nigga at home. I don't need that rough shit from you, bro. Give me a hug at the end. Hold me like this. You did good, Mona. You did good. I love you, Mona. That's what I'm looking for, bro. I don't have no dad, my nigga. I don't want to be talked to like that.
I don't have no dad.
God damn, that nigga's great.
Dad.
Bitch, is you ready to work? Did you drink your protein? Like, relax, nigga.
There's your clip, nigga.
She got you.
Take that, break
She
beat.
got
I'm gonna get one.
She
I'm
got
gonna
you.
get one. Yeah, that's
She
my
held it
girl.
down.
Break beat, fuck break beat.
That's my girl.
man.
Hey, two
Yo.
clips.
That nigga don't answer the phone.
My trainer don't really
That nigga stop answering the phone.
He stopped picking.
For you?
That's because this nigga pop shots once a month. That shit got that white boy choked up in his chest.
Fuck Dave.
Fuck Dave. Fuck break beat. Cut this out. Cut it out to the first. Let that shit play on the first.
Oh yeah, we slipping that at it. We missing that one. Damn.
Oops. Damn it.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Fuck him.
Didn't get around to it. My trainer don't be really saying crazy shit in there.
Yeah.
He don't.
It's
Would
not.
y'all like that is my question.
No,
Would
no,
you
I
prefer
don't need
somebody
that.
that's rough like that or somebody that's
No.
just politely teaching
I
you?
really just want my trainer to tell me what to do and get the fuck out the way. Like I
Yeah.
don't even want to talk to you. Honestly.
Show me how to
and
do
I'll be
it.
mad as fuck at her. Like, yo, dog, like stop. Because then
Nah,
when
you
I
need
say I
some
can't do some
reinforcement.
shit, you start laughing. Like I'm like, yo, I need. Nah, I'm
You
done.
need a little. You need a
I don't
little
need.
bit.
I don't need that.
You
I
all
don't
got
need
the same
that.
trainer?
No, I'm not.
I want
Yeah, we got the same
music.
trainer.
Listen, this is my thing. I want to know that I'm doing this exercise correctly so I don't
That's
injure
it.
myself,
That's-
and I want to be able to do it in my room. So that's how I'm thinking. I want you to teach me how to do this. I guess that's like opposite of the program, because if they teach me everything, I don't need them. But no, you keep working up and doing different shit anyway, right? But I just want to be able to do some shit by myself, and I want to know I'm doing it right. That's
Maybe
really
I
it.
should listen because I blew my knee out squatting wrong. Shut up. Fuck all y'all. Don't
See,
say
that's
shit.
what I'm saying though. But Ice, that's a real thing. My
That's what you
friend,
did. Squatted.
my ex was exercising.
Everybody pause. Nope. Everybody mute up. We already know this. Everybody mute up.
No, go ahead.
No. I feel like it's a George Gervin. I can't.
Too easy.
Squatting wrong.
He's not an artist. This is too cheesy. I'm better than this.
Squatting wrong.
Nigga meant you want to come down.
Well, not that nigga. He said he got a girl trainer.
Yeah.
You got a girl trainer.
You got a girl
In
trainer.
the front of you meet him on a.
Y'all all got girls. That's
No, he
very
got a girl
simple.
trainer.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all all got girl trainers.
No, just them two. Just them two.
Yeah, just us.
Why y'all pick women?
Why'd y'all
trainers?
pick girls?
She was a master trainer. That's
A master what?
trainer.
They said a masturbator.
What is that?
It's just like
Some
they,
shit
they
he made
rank-
up just now.
A master trainer.
Just a master
Nah,
trainer.
it's like rankings and shit, and that's the highest up there.
She was
So
like
I was
the
like,
last
all right,
boss.
I'll go with Shorty.
There wasn't no dude master trainers.
He wasn't available for the times I could get him.
Oh, that's peace.
Got it. That's peace. I understand.
I can only go. You know, I got.
Nah, I feel you.
You got
Ish, what
this.
about you?
Which
Ish ain't even interview no
Yeah,
dude.
yo.
Like, he would never.
Yeah.
Ish would never let a nigga train
Yeah.
him.
Ish had a bunch of female trainers lined up
Like
and
a
a
20,
balloon.
like a 20.
Yo, pop, her fucking outfit don't match her sleeves. Pop, her socks don't match her sports bra.
Let me see your feet.
Pop, her
Let me
hair
see
ain't
your
right.
feet.
Her toes ain't right.
Yo,
Right.
you're a
He know his
fool.
man.
No,
Right.
that's not what happened. I was on the gram and
Yo, Ish, that ain't help. Start different, yo.
Hey, go back to the
Help him.
Yeah, because that's how you pick a trainer.
no, fam. I know it's a gym.
He's like,
It's-
damn, her ass fat.
Wait, don't.
Yo, dog.
That's
Double
trained
tap.
from the Monstars group chat.
Facts.
Dog, I looked at a couple
niggas
sexy
is so-
trainers. It's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with little
Fam, no,
eyes.
it wasn't. It was real random. I was watching.
Sure.
That's not usually happens.
It was a. I was on the gram and it was showing all the shit. It was a gym, and the gym literally is 5 minutes from my crib.
Oh,
So when I was,
Convenient, yeah.
I didn't even know.
Roll right out of bed.
That's
Yeah, I saw
Let
that.
him tell
Niggas
his
is mad
story.
silly. Again, the owner of my gym are a husband and wife couple. It wasn't like I shot at
That's
them.
your bag.
That nigga warrior training.
That's a twist.
That nigga training.
That's his bag.
Stupid.
Stupid.
That's my man, but that's
Cup training is
an
crazy.
idiot, bro. For real.
Cup training is
Training.
Yo, this nigga is stupid, big.
sick.
Yo, y'all niggas is dumb.
You saw the commercial and then you just figured because that was the gym.
No, so I'm like, yo, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, how much? And they started telling me like it's different plans. They was like, yo, come in. It was a Sunday. Literally, it was a Sunday. Like, yo, if you want to come in today, we'll walk you through the gym, let you see the facility. And I just went that day.
Yeah.
And both of them were there to walk you through.
Yeah. They both was there. And then she was like, yo, come on, you got on. And I'm like, nah, fam, I came to kick it. Like, I came to look around. She's like, nah, let's. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
all
don't
right,
like
fuck
that.
it. Let's get to it.
How often you go?
Huh?
How often you go?
3 times a week.
Oh, that's what's up.
I've turned down trainers for being too attractive. This guy in Philly, he's getting like more popular. Plus, I don't really want to train with the viral guy. I don't want the
Yeah.
camera in my
Yeah.
face. I don't
like that. Really like that neither.
I don't want to be posted. I don't want, they really had you with the fupa, pick it up, drop it,
Yeah.
show it in the butt. Like, nah, I'm good with that.
But you don't gotta show him. You don't
I'm
gotta
just
do
not
that.
with it, but he was that attractive. I'm like, no, I don't want it. And it's crazy. My nigga C, he owns a real nice gym in Philadelphia, and he reached out like, yo, my man want to train you to the. I'm like, bro, he look too good. Like, I ain't gonna be able to focus in that bitch.
Can you at least train in that gym instead of Planet Fitness?
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
that might be the move.
I can.
You get
I just went where he went. I didn't want to like. I won't
Hey,
be
yo,
trying
that's a
to
little
act-
telltale though. If that nigga got a membership only at Planet Fitness,
No, he in a
He in
couple
there for-
gyms,
yeah,
but that's
he in
where
there
we
for
met
bullshit.
at. And I think he get put out of gyms a lot because he one of them halter top niggas. His body crazy, so he'll wear a halter top in the joint. He one of them.
Yeah.
6-pack, 8-pack nigga like.
that's
ooh.
why he talking like that.
Why?
Yo,
He ain't trying to pop. I know that.
all right.
Y'all
That's why he
stupid.
talking.
Yeah, we know he's not. I think it's one.
Yeah, that's why he talking like that.
Yeah,
He's definitely
he
not.
don't give a fuck about that pussy.
Yeah, okay. Nothing about that pussy.
Y'all tell me
That nigga don't care. Weak ass pussy about that
Maybe
pussy.
he go to the HR.
Keep that pussy away from me, dog.
Straight nigga. I guarantee if y'all
weak-ass
built your,
pussy.
if y'all built, you did, say that. Let me see one more time. You did that too well, nigga. Do it one more time. I ain't never. You sound like me sitting over there. Say it again with a higher pitched
That wasn't me.
voice.
That was Ice.
Listen,
Oh shit.
I guarantee in this room, if y'all got worked out to that point, got y'all bodies like that, I could see some of y'all when the halter on.
No, you can't.
No,
You.
you can't.
Him,
No,
Wait, why
you
you see
can't.
me with
Oh,
one?
she pointed at you,
you,
first,
him,
though.
Why you see me with one?
and probably
Even
cause
walk around
I just could
shirtless.
see y'all doing it. First of all, so now we serious? Gym niggas that wear halter tops are gay? Are we for real serious?
I don't think
No,
that.
but
I don't think that.
Like, stop.
Yeah, I don't think
It's not like
Yeah,
now,
that's, you
strippers-
showing off what the fuck you built. You been building some shit for a year and a half. Yeah, you gonna show that shit. Especially when you got some Ken dolls.
So why not just come in with no
Y'all
shirt
niggas
then?
in here fronting.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Y'all
That's
niggas
true.
in here. Yo,
They
my
be
nigga,
showing
I'm
them
gonna wear
cuts.
the tightest t-shirt on the planet.
No,
or I'm
that's
not
different
gonna
than a
have
T-shirt is not gonna show them kin
That's
dolls.
different than a
Stop,
halter top.
Stop.
Is crazy.
Stop.
Nigga,
I'm not wearing
Stop.
a fucking
I'm not wearing a halter
top.
In my
top.
20s, I wore like wife beaters
Don't
a
make me
lot.
pull
I
this
wasn't
nigga
wearing.
pictures out.
There you go. I'll
Yeah.
pull up.
I ain't
I'll
wearing
wear-
half tops though.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He
wear
is
a
like
wife beater.
that. Let me put my
If I'm trying to show my shit off, I'm gonna wear a tight ass
I just want
size
wear a
small
shirt,
nigga. Like that,
wife
boo.
beater. But I'm not wearing no fucking
Not to
halter
be
top.
long.
Pause. Come on, bro. Stop playing with my boy. He like that. He halted.
No, it's some niggas they shit is fly.
He got muscles on every side of his fucking chest, back, whatever.
Nigga, shit look
And
nice.
I knew him for years, right? He's always been a straight team.
Is that from your picture file?
I'm on this nigga Instagram, Mark.
It look like a picture photo.
That definitely did not look like Instagram.
That is not. I know Instagram. We all got Instagram, nigga.
Bro,
I know what the picture photo
Bro,
look
I gotta
like.
bring you 215-267. I'll be having to bring you back. 215-267.
all right, you know what?
Nigga,
Yeah, that was
Germans
Instagram.
here on
Yep,
Beirut
say less.
Badlands. Nigga,
Yeah,
we in Jersey. You
Instagram,
already
we
know
up.
what's up. We go
Web
down
block.
whip.
Edit that out.
Shoot our way out of here.
Yo, yeah, that's why a nigga talking like that.
Has he been shot before?
Huh? No, he not a street guy, nothing. But listen, the thing about him was he was real bony. All his like, I ain't gonna say he was bony. Parks, he was more
you
like
took
you,
a
like
few?
tall and thin. Majority all his
Don't
life.
say he's like me in this middle of this conversation.
Parks not you. Every time Parks, I'm like, oh my God, not
Nigga
Parks.
took some back shots.
Parks
Oh
too.
shit.
Yo, y'all niggas is
He
nasty.
was skinny. He was tall and lanky most of his life.
Yep.
Like mid-30s, he decided to work out, eat different, and this nigga built this fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's lit.
Arnold
like,
Schwarzenegger.
It's lit, bro. His body crazy because to build on that, just like from going, because I think a lot of people focus on going fat to fit, but a lot of people forget about the people that thin and they couldn't get muscles and stuff like that. That is a feat too.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, that's a feat
The
too.
other day, my
That's funny,
algorithm
son.
showed me Chuck Norris's page.
How old is Chuck? He old.
He got to be 80.
Fuck Chuck Norris.
However old he is, they showed me like today, like 95-year-old Chuck Norris. So I went to his
Yeah, he
page.
85, for real.
And I went to his page, and it's him today, just living and doing shit. He got some old clips up. And I was like, yo, I can't lie. Chuck Norris at 90.
Still whoop your ass?
I think so.
Chuck
Oh,
Norris.
Chuck Norris will fuck you up. I'm pretty certain of it.
Oh, fuck us.
I'm confident in that. He fuck
Yeah.
all this up. Yeah.
Chuck still like he,
Nah, he's
still
still
got some
like
power
that.
though. He got some power.
Look at him.
Yeah, Chuck.
This nigga in the gym.
Look at him.
Yeah.
at that age. No, yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, you don't lose that punching power.
Speaking of fighting, I'll ask y'all a tricky question. Y'all can skip it if you want. Hyperbole, right? Hypothetical, rather. Because Ja Rule is fine. We covered that on the pod. But in the event that Ja Rule had got stole or snuck or slept or any of that, do y'all think that Fat Joe should help?
Fat Joe
It depends
can't help.
on who it was.
Who stole him?
Fat Joe got bad knees.
Depends on their relationship.
It depends on who it is.
Why depend on who it is?
Y'all think Fat Joe can fight?
What if we know him
E,
too?
if me and you walking down the street and a random nigga punch you in the face, we
I'm
jumping
rocking.
him.
Yeah.
If we walking down the street and Joe punch you in the face, I'm breaking it up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
I get that, I get that.
These
matters.
New York beefs, I don't know who friends with who.
It
who
matters.
connected. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it matters.
It definitely matters. You never know if Joe knew the nigga that stole off on him.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm jumping
I
into
just wanted to
whatever.
hear y'all say that part.
No, that's wrong. I'm fucking jumping in it because I'm with this nigga. If I'm with him and somebody still off, I'm jumping.
Were they
in.
actually
What if I
together
ain't
or
with
were they
him?
just
I don't give a
near
fuck
each
with
What
other?
if I'm not with him
I
though?
don't know if it was
we showed up.
We
We all just at the
even
same
recorded
spot.
today. If Fifth posted a picture of him with a cigar saying something. Now who would?
I saw it.
Now who would bust Ja Rule upside the head?
He's so fucking
in the back of the
petty.
concert? Ja Rule, my man. I'm not laughing at it, but
I ain't laughing at John.
50's
He
a
ain't
dick.
get hurt.
Yeah, ain't good.
No, he was
John laughing at it at this point.
Yeah, he was okay. He was okay. He was okay.
Nah, it depends.
Who would have tried to jump Ja Rule though? It had to be something going on. That's not random niggas. Like what happened?
Do we even know if it was an attempted jump or a nigga
Yeah, he
just
said-
might
He
have
said
attempted
that
jump?
himself.
He said niggas tried to jump.
Some
He
bum
did.
ass niggas try to jump
He
me,
did
but
say
I'm
that.
home smoking a joint. That was the tweet.
I tried to
I'm
jump
good.
in. Nigga at the Brandy
We
concert.
Pablo finds out. We find it out that one. We found out.
Yeah.
We context clue.
And then it's like niggas seen you at an R&B show. Most time niggas go with they bitch to the R&B show. Hold up, baby. I'm gonna punch this nigga. Something happened.
No,
If you go to
no,
an R&B
no.
show with your girl,
And stop
backstage
the rumble.
or in the regular general attendance, and somebody hit you, what is your expectation of your girl?
To help.
Nah, I want to remove herself from
I
the
wanna hear the
situation.
If I'm about to even get into something, I'll tell her to leave.
Yeah. Remove yourself
Go
from the
get the cops,
situation.
right?
You don't know it though. You get snuck. You don't know it. You get snuck.
I don't have any expectation of her.
So you
No
get
expectation.
What is my girl supposed to do at that point?
That's what I'm saying. If
What's she supposed to do?
I don't expect her to do shit. Like I don't need her to jump in. I'm not gonna be like, what? You ain't no help here? It's like
Can I
You
please
like them
ask a
little skinny
question?
girls.
Can I please ask a question, fellas?
No, I
so
don't,
listen,
man.
They ain't helping.
the footage come out, right? When you wake up in the hospital and the footage come out,
Damn.
and you got stomped the fuck out by 20 niggas, and this bitch literally sat there and did this.
Okay.
I feel away. That's
you don't
different.
feel no way.
But then
Well,
what
you just
happened,
made
what
it
it-
20 niggas.
Yeah, that's
Three niggas, but you sleep.
Hold up.
what happened when you watching her in the hospital stomped out with? I don't
Hold
know.
on.
She need
Hold
to
on.
go get security.
Hold on,
Something.
there's the other side of that,
Yeah.
where the dude, and this actually happened. The dude was getting jumped. This girl tried to just cover him up.
The nigga
And my
started stealing
no,
off on her?
No, he didn't. The nigga pulled out a pistol and smacked her.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And laid her the fuck. He didn't shoot her, but he pistol whipped her one good shot.
Yes.
Oh, that was sweet.
No, nigga. So as a man,
I'm
you
just
don't
saying,
want your girl to be in the
you
next
don't even want
bed.
your girl getting
I
in that.
totally
motherfucker.
see why y'all wouldn't want it, but on some real shit, if you wake up and you see the footage and this bitch watch you get stomped out by two men, it's gonna sting a bit that this motherfucker ain't do nothing.
Two men.
When you say do that, you mean like jump in the fight?
I mean, like, no, it's not
she
about
ain't
jump
my
fight.
girl.
Do
She better not
something.
jump in the fight.
Reacting.
Yes, I agree with that.
Calling the police, doing something.
Where we at?
Go get security. Something.
See,
That's
that's
the
what,
same.
y'all kill me with the where we at. What
No,
shirt you had
because
on,
if
it
we-
don't matter.
yeah,
if
yeah.
you wake the fuck up,
I'm trying to tell you
wake
something.
up in the ER.
Yeah, that's where you at.
How is it? That's where you at. The ER.
If
And
we
now
had
the
a-
footage is on Twitter. They fucked
Yeah.
Ice up at the Max B show. And you
Oh,
see
no, that
this
wouldn't
nigga
happen
just
there.
watching it. That's gonna sting a bit. Come on, bro. It's not gonna sting a little bit.
Nobody's saying stay
I'm
in there and
fighting
just watch
girls.
it.
If my nigga, I expect my man to smack. You better.
Your
them hands
man.
better get all that. These
Yeah,
bitches jumping me, jump in there. Are you crazy?
Oh, no,
that.
that's different.
Are you
feel that.
crazy?
I feel that.
That's different.
It's a difference though.
Yeah.
I guess.
Dog,
But
I've
that's
seen-
why
I just don't believe that y'all wouldn't feel away.
I'm
I
saying
don't
where
believe
we
it.
at, because if we in the club,
It's
take
also
the bottle
we
and
add
crack
more
one of these niggas
factors.
over
If it's
there.
one-on-one, I'm catching a bad one. I don't. I mean, like
Yeah, it's a lot of
It's a
different
lot of
factors.
shit.
I didn't say 101.
No, but
I said
that was
two
the
niggas.
original.
If it's
hypothesis. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2-on-1.
If it's two on, bro, I've seen niggas knock girls.
So have I.
When I say smooth out, I'm talking about
Clean.
snoring on the ground. I've seen niggas stomp girls. I've seen niggas do all, bro. I'd rather be in the bed. Yeah, like I'd rather
You
be in
know
the
what
bed
else I've
laid up
seen?
than have my girl in the fucking.
Because you know he was watching it.
I've seen
I
girls-
watched this girl get stomped the fuck out. I mean, I see.
Oh shit! Hey, stop
I've
playing. Stop
seen-
playing with
I-
me. Stop playing.
This shit was.
So you was watching that shit.
It was like 10 minutes.
I've seen niggas stop girls out.
Ish, I've seen girls run around they nigga fight like they breaking it up and they just softly stabbing
Poke a
niggas.
nigga.
I've also seen that. So it's
That's
like
why I
I've seen
asked where
girls
we
that
at. She got the poker
stop,
on
she's
her.
poking
She got
people.
something on her.
What
Some
if you-
girls don't leave home without it.
Yeah, but I don't.
What if your
Till somebody
joint
take that
is more
shit from me?
glass than your
Dude,
girl?
how you gonna take it from me if it's in my shirt this
Like,
way and
what
I
if
slid
you're-
it through my middle finger?
Because everybody not you, Chitara, that know to do the ninja shit. Nigga, like I slid it up under the bottom.
Y'all just mad y'all don't got a protector, a real protector, bitch.
This nigga said, yo, I put it through my cuffs and I right. What you talking
I
about?
grew up in the city. When you walk down the street, you keep your keys
Keys
through
in
your
your
fingers.
hands, we know.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
You keep something sharp through here.
Your mom is such a hood booger.
You grow up in
it
the
is.
city,
Never-
you
it's
stay
not gonna
whether
change.
because I don't live in the
It's
hood.
my
but
goal to clean
I haven't
up.
lived in
No.
the hood for 10 years.
Nah,
at
I'm
least.
I'm a cleaner.
I feel you. You're right.
You can take
No.
the girl out the hood, you can't take the hood out
I
the girl.
haven't lived in the ghetto since probably 2013. Thank God, praise God. I don't believe that, but I still have the same thoughts. Like when I walk down the street, I'm thinking of a way out, a safety route.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Nigga walking behind me, I'm crossing the street. I have survival skills that
Indeed.
That all
are
makes
imprinted
sense.
from city living.
Yeah.
And when I meet bitches that don't have them, or I see girls go through certain shit, it's like, damn, bitch, are you aware at all?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Like, you, because like I told y'all before, girls have two things to protect: our pocketbook and our pocketbook. Nigga, take the pussy in your purse, or you know what I mean? You gotta be on it.
Nigga,
like
that's
that.
a gym nigga.
Nah, he ain't.
No, he not-
He only want this.
Yeah,
Party.
yeah, he'll take your pocket. He'll take your purse.
Wait till I come here with biceps.
Oh,
Fuck y'all.
man.
I see it for you.
You see it?
I see it for you.
Nah, you right though, because I don't even like being in the club with niggas that don't be on point.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
that.
Like, yo, that nigga ain't take his hands out his hoodie the whole time.
Bro.
You ain't
I
even
watched-
see it?
I seen a nigga come down, and I pulled up on Mark. That nigga almost shit a brick. I'm like, yo, fam, relax, bro.
All I did was pop the trunk.
Yo, it's cool,
Yeah, but-
bro.
You gotta get to the trunk.
Niggas situation, and I don't know if it's the alcohol or what, but I seen somebody in a club. I watched the situation because I'm not really a clubber and I'm never drunk in the club, so I'm seeing everything in the club. club. Like, I don't even know how niggas get drunk in the club, get that relaxed to be drunk in the club. The only time I've ever really been drunk in the club is I had a section with the security. Then it's like, oh, okay, you feel like it's like a bubble. But other than that, it feels like it's a dangerous place. This guy said something to another guy, and then he just go about his business. That niggas surrounded the niggas he was with for a nice amount of time. This nigga at the bar not paying no attention. Like, I'm thinking the whole time they about to shoot up to the point I'm ready to go. Just because of how they acted around them. And every nigga in that circle just fat asses. It's
Dancing.
like,
Look, dancing.
yeah. Like all the new shit. Like, oh my God.
Niggas on your ass like Voltron. You don't see nothing.
I'm too
that liquor.
Paranoid not to have fun, bro. Like, I can't. I'm not having fun over like watching my body in here. Like,
That's real.
I'm not, and I'm the light skinned bitch. Light skinned bitch always get cracked first. In my
That's a
experience, I always get hit first. If it's 10 of my friends
think
and
you
we
the weak
outside,
link.
fight, they always hit me first. Like, I gotta be on point.
All that shit.
Same thing with Ish.
Say less and all of
It's
that.
pretty, nigga. We got green eyes. I know they hit
On
ish
top of my
first.
shit, bro. I seen all that shit 20 minutes ago.
In the
Like,
gang fight, they cracked you first. Especially if you're. Look, come on, bro. In the group fight, did you fight with 5 issues? Everybody had green eyes, hazel eyes, and beautiful hair. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, they think we soft. Come on, bro. You already know how they do it. Stop.
You got it, bro.
Yeah,
You got
He
it.
was 5'4"
bro.
and light skinned with green eyes. Nigga.
Come
They
on,
was
and he
swinging
had a
first.
couple dollars. They cracking
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And I had not the 4 horsemen. I had the 40 horsemen, nigga. Arn Anderson, Telly Blanchard, Ric Flair, all them niggas. Fuck what?
This nigga named
Okay.
all the old wrestlers.
Old as shit, man.
How you just
Bob
named
Backlund.
Lex Luger?
I love Flair.
What are you talking about, nigga? You crazy, bro.
I know you guys eventually want to get to your families that love you.
Yeah.
What families? We could pot all night. Fuck my family.
Oh, bet 2026 is really transforming. Yeah. No, listen. So, Summer Walker.
Okay.
Summer Walker, and I'm reading this. Summer Walker is making it clear she has no regrets after a leaked audio clip stirred up controversy online. The clip captured the singer encouraging rapper Rich the Kid to stay with his longtime partner and mother of his child, Tory Bricks, while also suggesting he keep dealing with her behind the model's back. In one moment, she even encourages, hold up, mute up. No, they don't know how to mute up now. The secret dabs laughs. Listen, this should resonate. In one moment, she even encourages Rich to get a new phone and save her number as Pizza Hut so they can continue sneaking around behind Tory's back. Wow. Now responding to the drama, Summer went online and doubled down on her position. Should I play the clip first, or should I hear thoughts?
Please play the clip. Play the clip.
Okay, so we play the clip. Where's the fucking thingamajiggy?
Now you saying why that album the way it is. But go ahead.
Get him robbed.
All right, Summer Walker, here we go.
On a daily basis. And you have no self-respect whatsoever.
Oh, wait, hold up. I got to get that from the top.
You with on a daily
Oh,
basis.
that is the top. Okay.
And you have no self-respect whatsoever. And instead of taking that shit up with your man, you come at everybody else but the source of the problem. I'm not your issue, babe. I actually been advocating for you for a long time.
What?
Like, even in the voice memo, you heard me say I've been advocating for you for a long time. Like, I always tell him, I be like, y'all so pretty together. Why do you just want to be with her? I say it all the time. Like, I talk big of you. I talk good of you all the time. I be like, you don't want to be with the mother of your children. She's this, she's that, she's helped you down. I talk good about you all the time. Why are you always messing with me? And that's what I don't like. Like, I feel like it's because I'm famous and your career's not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. You just sit up in the house bored, going through his phone all day, losing your mind. Going through his phone, calling every bitch that's in his phone, trying to fight every bitch up in his phone. But I feel like you only try to do it your biggest with me. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I'm famous?
Yes.
Like, are you trying to get something? You finna drop a link? I hope you finna drop a link. Please, y'all, if she finna drop a link, go buy her stuff. Mama, she needed like a little push, a little promo. Because that was just stupid. You know I've been fucking with that man for years. Everybody been fucking with him for years. He been fucking with everybody. So what's the problem?
I mean,
This is gross.
Like what? Like you're never gonna leave.
What is the problem?
You're never gonna leave. It comes to a point where it has to be like a certain level of disrespect that you have got to come to. Like, all right, this is it. This nigga can do anything to you. So if you're not gonna leave and he's gonna keep cracking that wallet wide fucking open, then what?
Let's
y'all
get it.
Just get along.
New Joe Budden.
What's the little nigga name? Rich the Kid.
I don't want this man. I don't care about this man. I don't like this man. And you should be so glad that I don't, babe. Because if you did, you would really have a real problem. I can't stand. Now I don't care anymore. I've been dragging it on for years, dealing with him because, sometimes I just, sometimes I don't need it.
Shit hurting my ears, man.
Unlike you. But I just wake up sometimes, I'm like, I want to go here. I want to do this. I want this. Send me some money for this. Send me some money for that. And so, like a little boy toy who's just like nice. He's just sometimes like he has filled up my whole entire house with flowers before, like multiple times. He took me to Italy, took me to my friends. And just like little nice stuff. Something one time he gave me like $25K for my mortgage. And I could have kept getting it. But right, lucky for you, right after I get right up to that cusp where he will fully take care of me, I don't want to go that far. I just want to be the side. That's what I was saying. Like, I just want to be the side and I just want you to chill. I don't like him enough to lay up next to him every day. I don't even know how you do it. I'm not going to start talking about him. I'm not going to start talking about him, but you know the things about him. Girl, I don't know how you do it. I was just trying to play my little position. He clearly won't stop, and he's obsessive. You cannot say that you're going to leave him alone, and he will just call you back to back to back. Get to call your friends, get to call your manager, get to call your assistant, get to sending stuff, It's like free money. So why would you just, every now and then you just give in? You'd be like, you know what, fuck it.
It's a longer clip, but I think we've heard enough.
No, we kind of got
I'm
it.
actually really
This is
glad
amazing.
We kind of got the gist of it.
because I was this close. I said, damn, I really want to push and I really want a condo in Miami. But I really kept thinking about it, like, I don't know, because you act nuts. And this is what I needed to see. I was never going to get peace in my condo. You were going to terrorize the living shit out of me. This be on the internet, because when I did this, how long has it been since I did this? It's been so long since I did this. What?
All right, I'm done with her. But Tory Bricks has responded.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Oops, sorry. Why is she coming at me though, LMAO? Now, when I dig in your shit, don't play victim. We are engaged, and you know that. It was my choice to not get married because Rich and I had a few hiccups, and I knew we had a few things we needed to work on as a family. I'm not in a rush to get married and then have to get a divorce, but what I do with my man in my household is none of your business, Pizza Hut.
I'm
That
assuming
was her
I'm assuming the assumption from Summer is that she leaked the
She
audio.
continues, real quick, this is it. This woman has literally been harassing me for like 2 years, asking to hang and link up, etc. She even went as far as trying to insinuate that she was around my child when she wasn't. Summer was around Rich one day, and he accidentally left my son's backpack. As a mother who don't post the face of her children and get upset at your BD for posting them to protect them, why would you play with mine? End quote from Tory.
Now the assumption
Distinguished
is,
panel.
The assumption is that Summer is saying that she leaked the audio of her, correct?
That Tory leaked the audio.
That Tory leaked the audio of Summer.
That's what I took from that.
I don't understand now. Besides saying it on the internet, I don't understand what's like I see y'all faces, everybody looks so grossed out. I don't get it. These niggas are known cheaters. They openly cheat. I feel like you fucking on somebody and you know you don't want them and you saying them go back to their baby mom. Like, people do that. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, go back home. I don't get what the point of contention of that would be. Like, even her fucking on him, he fucking on a lot of people. It's Summer Walker. Like, I mean, why wouldn't she fuck with him? You know what I mean? Like, Summer Walker give you, she got a good picking niggas. Exactly. Neither one of y'all have a good picking. And with the girl responding, talking about, that's my fiance. That's your fiance and a couple other bitches. Little do you know. Exactly.
I got a whole different view on this whole shit.
You look disgusted.
Break it down.
I am disgusted. And I mean, like you said, a nigga gonna be a nigga, and niggas gonna do what they do. But
a girl can't be a nigga.
No, I think a lot of women, especially in the media, who play into this whole girls image, and you know, they hold women down, and they want to have that level of respect. And you know, I represent just they don't. They be out here on grimy shit, moving nasty, moving just as nasty as the niggas. And then when you get this moment to go ahead and really show your true character, as you show it, like. Women be on bullshit. And as many women that like to play that whole image is, oh, girl, I love you, girl. I'm all for my sisters. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't be fucking with women.
Summer Walker doesn't give. Summer Walker, first of all, doesn't give girls girl. But it's my thing. I can't be a girl's girl and still fuck somebody that's in a relationship. If I'm out here, oh, okay.
No.
Shit. Yeah, right.
You can't be a girl's girl.
I don't owe that nigga nothing. I don't owe that bitch nothing. He
No. But you owe if you have some level of morals. If you have some level of morals and you have some level of understanding for relationship.
I want to hear from each of y'all on this. So
if you have some level of if you have some level of morals, some level of standard, and some level how you would like to be treated, and you say you want women to be, you know, treated a certain way, but then you going around and you moving nasty like that, where you comfortable with saying, well, bitch, I was just a slide. It's like you're not really for women.
When does Summer say that?
I'm not saying. I'm
only talking about this situation.
I'm using this as an example of that. Now I'm using this as an example of some of that I see that a lot of women play into, where they like to partner in that level of women camaraderie and all that other shit. And then when you have those moments, you show your real quality of person isn't that. This was a moment for you to say, yo, this nigga got a wife, he got a girl, let me leave that alone. Not let me go ahead and benefit what I can get out of it. But then now when the negative connotation come from it, you want to go ahead and run from that stigma that's put on you now. Like, that's nasty.
I don't see her running from it.
I feel like the non-girls girl move would be to try to make that your man. Like I'm fucking on him. That's it. I don't want him.
That's
you ain't
not
gotta post my
shit.
audio. But it's the thing. This is what irritates me about the girls girl thing. We women are set to this rules. We girls girl because the girls selling R&B. So to a certain extent, you want to give girls to that extent. But she don't give girls girl to me.
She don't. Not to me.
Summer
either.
gave motherfucking anxiety and depression, and she got up out of that, and now she could talk to humans. That's what Summer gives to me. Other than that, I feel like it's never gonna be a time where a man is fucking somebody bitch, and it's like, you ain't a good bro, you ain't a good nigga. It's like,
yo, you was
nobody
just
cares.
online tight posting about the, you know, talking about how the Lil Meech nigga walked the girl, faked like it was his cousin and all that. You felt the way about that. So you obviously a woman that don't like to see your nigga going around and doing some funny shit on you. But yet you have no problem getting online and bragging about the funny shit you was doing with somebody else's. It's nasty. It's nasty. Come on.
But it's online.
I'm seeing shit different.
It don't matter.
Old girl leaked it. I'm responding to it.
Facts. That's where I'm
like,
at.
It seems like you been knew what it was. You knew what I was. I didn't want you, dude. I told him to stay with you.
Bro, she called me Pizza Hut. She know what's up.
That's still disrespectful. That's still disrespectful and embarrassing.
Y'all are bugging. Yo, you can't say that. Cause
that's my point.
Even if Shorty did leak the shit, cool. Let's say the other girl leaked it.
Yeah.
Your response is your response.
Correct.
You told another chick's dude, yo, just get a side burner for me and put me in your phone as Pizza Hut. Cool. You got to live in that. Mm-hmm. Don't get on there and start trying to ridicule the other chick.
She shouldn't have gave it up after the joint got leaked.
And you a rat.
Okay, I'll give you that.
No,
like, yo,
take it a step further.
No way I'm going with it, my nigga. We got to understand it. You sitting here telling on me. We fucking on a sneak.
Take it a step further. How many times have we seen this woman in public go through whatever little bullshit in her relationship, and she's been brokenhearted? She's been in a few relationships.
But have y'all seen her go at the side bitch?
No. We've seen her just not like the treatment she's gotten from her man in respects of being cheated on and being mistreated. So for now, for you to be the woman on the other side that is now partaking, it's fucked up. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear your shit about
it. Might be fucked up, but as a person that's done that before, specifically that, been cheated on in a long-term relationship and was like, I'm only targeting women that's in relationships now.
Yeah, it get like.
So that make you fucked up.
That's your own trauma, my nigga. That's your trauma.
I would like to use you. I would like to finish. I'm saying that's your response to it. Not saying you're not still a piece of shit or something, but that's how she chose to move going forward now. You saying it like she can't do that. She's been through this multiple times publicly with relationships. We've seen it. So maybe she's on a different type of timing now. Like, you know what? I'm not claiming these niggas no more. And I'm gonna go
I hear what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying.
We act like that shit don't happen. That's all I'm saying.
We're not talking about it don't happen. Just call a spade a spade. If you're fucked up,
it's fucked up.
And that's it. Yeah, ain't nothing to debate about if it's fucked up.
No, it's fucked up.
If it's your choice, you go.
But if it's fucked, I also think if you're playing like that, you would much rather have the girl that understands the position, that's not trying to break you and your girl up, not trying to hit your girl up, not doing all of that. Yo, get the other phone. You would much rather have her than a girl that's trying to blow your whole fucking household up.
I would get your point more if
she's holding it down until old girl went to her.
Summer is known for she's going through some relationship shit online, but you've never seen Summer come at the bitch that work at Target that was fucking her nigga. You've never seen that.
Never seen
Number
it.
one. Number two, what stick out to me is her saying to him, yo, store me in this Pizza Hut. I don't want nothing serious. When
I'm
she
trying
talking
not
to her,
to make no problems in your household.
On top of, wait.
cheating.
On top of the fact that
What are you talking
she
about?
refers to the nigga as obsessive. So what I get out of that is the nigga doesn't give a fuck. Now, Tori can play how she want to play, and so can Summer. But the nigga don't care. Not only is he fucking on her, he fall in love with them bitches and get them condos in Miami. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The problem is the nigga. The problem is not Summer. Now, to Ish point, that is ratting and that's corny. Because if you really believed what you said, when the bitch played your audio, your tweet would have been, that ain't me, what the fuck? If you really believe what you said. So it makes me question if you really do want to be Pizza Hut or not, or do you just want to have a condo in Miami?
You're talking fly
now.
be Domino's.
But besides that, y'all not listening. If Summer is calling a nigga obsessive, talking about the shit that he's offering, like, why are you offering to get a bitch, you know what I mean, a condo in Miami and 25 grand on mortgage, shit like that?
Why not?
Pushing.
Why not?
Why? Because this is the thing. He can do what he want, but he the one with a bitch. Summer don't go with Tori. Tori go with Rich.
Please let me answer you.
Don't nobody Rich.
We
Tori
all-
and Rich owe each other something.
You grown, we all up here grown. Sometimes people got better relationships with their side than they main.
Buy a condo better though?
That's the problem I have with it. It's cool for a nigga to say that, but Summer can't come like this online.
Can I please finish?
It's not a lot in rich nigga world.
It's not a lot if you have the ability in which to do so. She clearly said they've been fucking with each other for more than 2 years.
And she know.
So, yo, you don't know what this girl has done for him. Summer got some bread too. Like, she might not be saying, yo, nigga, for your birthday, I bought you an X. So he got some bread, and it's the relationship that we have. We got an understanding. So again, to my original point, your side that's riding with you and you riding with her. If I've been in situations before where a chick boyfriend called my phone, and I said, yo, my nigga, I don't know what you talking about.
You held it down, didn't you, Green Eyes?
I didn't touch that girl.
Green Eye niggas.
I don't know what
said, bro,
you talking
look me in the
about.
eye. I didn't do that.
So again, for Shorty to get on the internet and let all the beans go, that's some goofy shit. I'm not mad at home. And again, to Ice's point, yo, dog, it's like I always give this analogy. If you got bullied when you was little, and then you learn karate, and you start bullying other niggas, you goofier than the niggas that bullied you.
You know
so if you sitting on the line saying that, yo, these niggas cheated on me and I'm so distraught and I'm fucked up and that's fucked up how a girl could fuck, and then you go do the same shit to somebody, you worse than the person.
And champion that shit. Almost sound like you was.
I heard Amani's point in the back that was Summer on some. Y'all know that he got a girl. Y'all know I'm the girl.
Really?
So she was doing that?
Yeah, she was doing that.
See, I didn't know that either.
When Meech did the old "that's my cousin" thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
We
well,
have
then
moments
But
of
did
seeing
she
her.
attack the side bitch?
That's totally
She
different.
attacked
I
the
don't know that.
I didn't know
I
that.
don't remember her
I didn't
attacking
know
no
that.
specific person.
Listen, you can't come online and then get all that sympathy for those moments like that, and now in this
then go be
moment
that
champion
person.
that you was the side and what you got
Nope,
from it, and
I changed
how
my
obsessed.
stance.
It's whack, and I'm telling you, a lot of women at this point are showing that they don't really fuck with each other.
Nigga, that ain't
Well,
this.
So that's only a topic with bitches.
I can't-
Nobody cares about the bro
No,
code.
I don't care about that part.
Who fucking cares?
Bitches don't fuck with bitches.
No,
So
I know.
who
I'm
cares?
saying, but for me, that's all this is. This is just a clear sign that women just don't fuck with each other, and they just gonna get what they want to get out the moment. But yet, you'll treat somebody in a certain way you don't want to be treated. You'll go online, you'll complain about the shit that's happening in your life. You've had enough stories about how you've been cheated on, how you've been mistreated by niggas in this industry or whatever, and then you'll end up being the chick on the other side. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Bro,
I
human
have no
beings are
sympathy for none of
selfish,
it.
bro. Human beings are selfish. They want to be able to do shit that they could do and nobody else do it back to them.
And
That's it, bro.
They don't think they shit gonna come out.
Michi entered the chat. Mr. I was with my cousin. He tweeted or he put on Instagram, "Karma's a bitch, ain't it?" You sweaty fucker. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's a goof.
Once you go somewhere and people say your underarms smell like corn chips and shit, you can't really pop it on the internet no more. People People think that nigga stink.
Leave me alone. Man.
People think he stinks so much that he gonna stink regardless when you
I
meet
don't
him.
think he does.
You just gonna smell it because everybody say it.
I ain't gonna put that on.
I don't,
top of all
I
that
don't
other
think
shit.
that meat stink. I don't think he smells
you
great.
I don't think he should enter in
Have
this
you smoked
conversation at all. Though.
Period.
I don't think he should say anything.
You got
say
caught
anything.
cheating red-handed, dummy. Like, why are you jumping in it now? That's stupid. Greasy ass.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. That she was that person.
Not that my audience
That
wants
just
to hear
changes my
because
stance
they
on it.
sick of me with my Summer Walker takes, but this proves my point about that album, though.
That's what I said.
That's what it said.
I just said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I missed
nigga.
that.
Now you see where the content came
This
from.
is what I was saying about that album. This
I
makes
think
it
y'all saying the opposite because you agree with me, right?
No,
He just saying
I
the
didn't
content,
give, I didn't
he
give an
understands.
assessment of the album. I didn't even really get through the whole album yet because I just kept listening to Wale.
Wale, right.
But I'm saying some of the content for the album, Joe was like, yo, where the fuck do you being hot girl summer? That ain't who you are. That could be who she
And that's what I
is.
was
We
saying.
getting niggas robbed and all of that.
And let me clarify my point. Could be who she is. Summer was a stripper, and so that could be who she is. I'm talking about the picture painted in this trilogy, from Over It to Still Over It to Finally Over It. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was, I'm in love, these niggas is playing with me, and now we on Spend It, I should have robbed you, yeah. It just is an awkward chapter to end with.
I'm
I
over
agree
it.
that it's awkward. But
I'm
I think,
over it.
I'm over it.
But I think
I'm
how
on
I
now.
see it was
Again,
she
y'all
might have
played
got
with
put
me
in a
so much. Now I'm.
Or how
what I'm saying.
about
I
no?
feel like this might be what her
How
finally
about
would
no?
look like.
I've always been that. I've always been both, but I just went to show you that one side of me that everybody would relate and be cool with.
How
She
about I
could have been
feel-
possibly on both timings,
How about
and
I
now
feel-
it's just comfortable showing that.
And she was a little free
If
in
this
saying
happened
some
2
of that
years
shit.
ago with the meat shit, and they were saying her and Rich was fucking around for quite some time. It's possible that those times have coincided. If you do enough math, so who's to say she still wasn't on bullshit, but she found the moment to call him out. So I'm not surprised by this project. I just think some people lie enough until they can't lie no more. You got caught, shorty exposed who you really are, and now you just doubling down.
Gonna
on it.
live in that.
I think
that's-
Summer found
so-
a great anxiety man, and I'm proud of you, girl.
Yeah, I'll end with I do think that is a larger number of women who are more attracted to men that just aren't theirs.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's a fact.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
It's a challenge.
I'm not going.
It's a challenge.
Or it's not a challenge.
Or it's not a challenge. That's the thing. It's not a challenge.
Or it's not.
It's less
It's
hard.
yours, your responsibility. I get to just pop in for the fun times,
The
get
fun-
to hit the
yes.
condo,
All the
not really
perks,
have to
yeah.
care about the feeling. It's either a challenge or it ain't. Either one, my heart goes out to everybody involved. We now at a 3.5 hour, 3 hour, 45
I ain't gotta hold this
minute
nigga while he
pod.
cry in the shower, bitch. You do
Yeah.
about his pop. I don't want to hear that shit.
That was peace.
This was a good day.
Are we done?
day.
We're not done, are we?
Yes.
Amped up. Let's go.
Oh, man, you can stay.
Come on, let's stay. Let them bums go.
There you go. We
Good talk,
What you
y'all.
call them? Broke bums. Broke ass niggas. Not argue with broke ass niggas in here, man.
Well, before they go, I do want to say rest in peace to a friend of me and Ish, fucking homegirl Danny.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Danny passed.
Yeah, you gonna throw me the phone in the middle of the broadcast, you stupid motherfucker.
She threw me the phone in the middle of the bro. I'm about to cry, nigga. You cry with me,
like that's
bitch.
some bullshit.
That was our girl.
I'm sorry for y'all lost your friend passed today.
Yeah, I ain't know
Damn.
until he just threw me the phone.
Oh, that sucks.
Stage 4 breast cancer.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Very
God.
young.
I'm sick of that C
Very
word.
beautiful,
beautiful,
very
cool
energetic,
ass girl.
lively,
Cool as shit,
super
yo.
cool, down to earth, just
She was
girl,
young?
yo.
Yeah, bro.
Cancer is so
Sorry.
scary.
Yeah.
Bro, she younger than us.
40 something.
39,
all that's too young.
37.
Bro,
I don't
that
think she
young.
I don't think she 40.
Damn. Rest
Whatever
in
it
peace.
was.
I wasn't that much older than
Rest in peace, yo.
I'm trying to think some shit.
Cancer is so scary.
Look at you, you little hot ass hazel-eyed bitch.
Nigga's a fool, bro.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for a good day, man.
Thank you. It was a great day, bro.
I had a shitty week. Today made it up for the week.
Oh, that's what's up. We should talk
Tell us
about
about
that
it on Tuesday.
Thank you.
On the kitchen. Yo, Patronies, we love you. Serious about staying? Because I'll stay.
Yes, let's stay.
All right, we'll talk about it. Patronies, thank y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed today. Again, thank you to our guest,
You
Pablo
was
Torre.
Bodied it.
Yeah, he absolutely smoked
Yeah,
that.
that was dope.
New friend of the show. Shout out to him. Till next time. Peace, love, health, wealth, prosperity, and hair grease. We love y'all. Especially you, Kelly Rowland, if you're a Patroni.
She is.
And if you are a Patroni,
November 29th, Atlanta, nigga. Buy a ticket.
Gold legs.
Stand up.
Yo, Mark, don't look at my girl to see if she saw me do the. Don't do that to me, Mark.
I do nothing.
Don't look at my girl when I'm doing foul shit.
I knew you was doing it the troll. I saw you look right at it.
Hey, I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Get the fuck out of here. We going to Mark's party tomorrow. Take that.
The party not tonight, it's tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. Patriots! Bye!